Yes. Hello. Best piece of music ever. I'm going to do that every time now because it's just silly. I like that. Hey everyone, it's Fox from Model Making Guru here. Hello, hello. Let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. It's another beautiful day here in the northwest of England. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. So they may be sweating. Again, I'll do this stream as long as I can today because of the extreme temperatures. So, how is everyone? We'll just give it a few minutes for people to turn up. Let's see who we've got in so far. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. Nate Bliss says, can't see you or hear you. I doubt that. I doubt that. I don't know why. I'm just thinking, Tony Blackwell first, about half an hour ago. Get in. Good man. Who else is in? Hey Tony, Jerry is in. Second, and better with internet connection in my office this time. Yay, Jerry. Watch this while you're at work. It's good use of your employer's time. I fully condone this activity. Scott Sutherland's in from Orkney. Hey Scott. Nim's in. Hey Nim. Chris from Gross Models is in. A Random Moose is in. Canada, hey. Welcome, A Random Moose. Everybody's saluting about the Canadian National Anthem. Oh, Canada, says Scott. Blame Canada. Hand on heart, says Nate. Hey Nate, Spiddyquate, hey, hello, already? I'm talking nonsense. Where was I? Spiddyquate is in. Hello all you lovely Sunday sprue sniffers. Hello, the Coffee Meister. Hoorah, says Tony. Let's have a look. Who else we got in? Stephen Roberts, hello Stephen. Mark Scale Models, hi all, hi Mark. The Half Site, hola from Georgia in the States. Hey, the Half Site, hola from northwest England, Manchester area, yes. Probably not nice as weather as Georgia, but there you go. But we're nice and warm today. So we'll just give it a few minutes for people to turn up. So, yes, same plan as usual. We'll just crack on with Imperial Knight. I'll just give it a minute for people to arrive. How is everyone? How have you all been? Let's do the little catch-up bit. What have you all been up to this week? How's the weather been? What have you been working on? How's the job? How's the family? How are the kids / not kids? How's the car? How's the lawn? How's the pet? How's your dog doing? How's your cat doing? If you've got a lizard, how's that doing? Maybe one of you out there has a worm, a pet worm. That would be fun. That would be cool. Grey Wolf 916, hi from Oz. G'day, mate. G'day, bro. How you doing, mate? Chris the Pyro, hi, Chris. But the nights in Georgia are rainy. Gladys Knight told me so, says Spiddyquate. Well done. Tony Blackwell took his new car for a spin yesterday. What is your new car, Tony? You can't just say that and then not say what it is. It's not how the internet works. We need all the information in the first sentence. Getting ready to head down reluctantly south of the border, says Jerry. Oh, you don't want to go down south. It's full of southerners. It's not good. Flipping southerners. Let's just say that right now. There was some tumult on Monday night on the E-Models live stream because some people said thought I said a rude word. And watching it back, it does say like I said a rude word, but it wasn't. I said flipping southerners. I pronounced it in a bit rubbish way. So there you go. Honda Jazz says, Tony, cool. Nice little motor. Hey, it's okay down here, says Chris. He's down south. Are you still suffering from a bad case of Imperial Reese vehicle today, Fox? Recce vehicle even. No, it seems to have gone away. It was like a day-long thing. I had a bit of a... how can you explain it? A bit of a troubling gut yesterday. There were lots of very quick trips. So it seems to have gone away. If for some reason all activity on the desk stops and I go quiet for like 5 minutes, I may have had to make a sudden exit. But I'll be back, don't worry. Davey UK, hello all. South is good, says Davey. Ghost Lyle, I have arrived. Pineapple. Progress on the super duper to be espresso machine, Fox. Now the autofill feature is autofilling. Whoop! Next step is stripping. Well, hey. I'll be doing some stripping on Monday. There you go. You'll see that on the YouTubes. For those that don't know, Spiddyquate is making... He's basically bought himself from somewhere an industry-size espresso machine with the massive chromey stuff and the things and the buttons and the lights, and he's putting it back to... He's basically rebuilding it because it's like 1,000 years old and it's full of dead spiders and things. Rusts. So yeah, that's cool. So if you like your coffee, or if you just like people tinkering with things to build them back to the way they were, go and watch his stuff. I'll put a link in here at some point, but I can't do that on my PC. I'm going to turn my other monitor off as well, because that's very warm. I can't do anything on the PC. When it's doing this live stream, if I start doing other stuff on my PC, it may break. So... Mickle Pickle is in. Hello everyone. Hey Mickle Pickle. I like that name. Mickle Pickle. Nate Bliss. The actual South is good too, says Nate. I have arrived, says Ghost Lyle. Yes, you indeed you have. Who's winning the Champions League, says David. Oh, sport. Buh. Buh. Don't do sport. It's 10 AM in Georgia and it's already 77 degrees. That's 25 degrees C. It's about 25 degrees here and it's like, I don't know, 3 o'clock, obviously. So, yeah, you're just only going to get hotter, basically. 16 in Scotland, says Ghost Lyle. John Morgan's in. Hi all, says John. Cheers, Fox, says Speedy Great. I'll try and remember a link to. I'll put a link to your channel in the description when the video's finished. Speedy Quate. Are we pronouncing that right? Speedy Quate, Speedy Kate, Speedy QA. I never quite know how to pronounce that. Coffee Man. I'll just call you Coffee Man. Update on the moustache. It is today giving me hassle because yesterday I was eating some delicious food and I caught a little bit of the moustache in my teeth and it pulled a bit out. So now I've got dangly bits that now decide to tickle my lip and it really annoyed me. I have tissue because I have the enormous coffee. Yes, and every time I take a swig of this I'll get a litre of it in my moustache, so that's for the moustache. So let's get cracking, shall we? Brilliant day here in Mid Wales. Something must be wrong, says John Morgan. Hey John. Now you get some really nice weather in Wales. Don't knock it. Right, anyway, let's crack on. Welcome to Warhammer Sundays. If you've not watched one of these before, it's where I talk non-stop for 3 hours about just random crap, get sniffle because the camera's on, like that, and try and do some work. But I probably won't. For those that you don't know, my current plan at the moment is that during the week I'll do my normal builds, my Gunpla, my Stuff Free models and anything else that takes my fancy. And at the weekends, I will work on my Warhammer 40k army, the unending forces of the Holy Contrivance, which I'm building up with no clear idea of how to, points or anything. I'm just making it. So it's going to be an Astra Militarum, an Imperial Guard army. I've got some Tempesta Scions, I've got some bog standard Imperial Guard, I've got some Spec Marines, I've got some more Spec Marines, I've got a Lehman Russ, I've got a Hydra to build, I've got a flying Valkyrie thing, I've got loads of bits and bobs. I'm just putting it all together, and once it's all done and painted, then I'll start figuring out how many points I've got. And at the moment, we're working on my Imperial Knight. I'm going to have many Imperial Knights. I ran a competition to work out the theme of my army, and the theme of my army is nothing to do with Warhammer. It will be themed after the Principality of Zeon from Mobile Suit Gundam. So all the colour schemes are going to be not literal, but they'll on a theme of the Principality of Zeon. So I'm going to start with at least 3 Imperial Knights. I'm going to have one to look like a Zaku, so it's going to be rusty, battered, broken, beaten. I'm going to have one to look like a Goof, so it'll be blue and it'll be a little bit weathered, but not much. And then there'll be one made to look like Charles Zaku, so it'll be nice shiny red. And at the moment I'm working along the lines of the bog standard Zaku will be a Knight Errant, but with a slappy hand instead of the chainsword. The Goof will be the Knight Warden, again with a slappy hand. And then Charles Zaku will be the Knight Crusader, I think, at the moment. So at the moment we're working on the Knight Errant. Oh, it's very warm. Working on the Knight Errant. And I'm just putting stuff together. At this stage, we're still building things, because I'm going to get everything together, and then we're going to do the painting. So before we get going, I do need to just get one thing. 1 second. As always, no big giveaways this week, because I've got nothing to give away. Well, not in this show anyway. There is a big giveaway I'll tell you about in a second. But we do have the stickers, yes, to give away. Ooh, the contrast is a bit weird today. We do have the stickers to give away, so I've got some... I think I've got a couple of Team Annette ones left. I've got one Skipper Scale model, loads of model making gurus. So we'll probably do just model making guru ones. So I'll be giving those away a bit later on to people in the live chat. As always, if you're in this and you're in the chat and you want to ask me any question, for the love of dog, please ask me questions, because I've got something to talk about for 3 hours. Just make sure you put your questions in big fat capital letters so I can't miss them. The chat's here, but I'll still miss it because I'll be looking down here doing stuff. So do put your questions in big fat capital letters. If you'd like to, you can click on the little super chat button here, the little dollar symbol. That will put your question in a big coloured box. I think it's like $1, it's like £1 or £2 or something. And that goes towards my channel, so it's helping support this channel, but you don't have to, it's completely optional. But you can use that and it'll put it in a big coloured box and I can't miss it. If you're watching this somewhere other than YouTube, so you're watching this say on the Patreon page or the Discord where I posted a link up, or from Facebook and you're just watching it there, do click on the little YouTube icon at the bottom right hand corner of the, where's the thing? Bottom right hand corner of the screen. that'll take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat and have a good laugh, because basically I waffle on about random crap for 3 hours and everybody in chat just hangs out and has a good time together. So do pop along to the chat. So click the little YouTube icon, come and watch it on YouTube. Come and watch it on YouTube. And you can join in the giveaways and win stickers and things. What else was I going to say? If you're in the Boom Hut, facebook.com/groups/model Boom Hut, or on my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/model making guru, you will have noticed that I did indeed do a giveaway on Tuesday. I posted up a thing about a giveaway, and we are giving away, I'll just remind everybody in case you missed it, let me get them. We are giving away 2 kits, and these are going to be announced on Tuesday. The winners will be picked on Tuesday, so in 2 days' time. We're giving away a Virtus Praetors Warhammer Adeptus Custodes kit, and you get a sticker as well. And we're also giving away this Aggressor Class Planetary Dropship from Spartan Scenics, who don't exist anymore. It's a clear acrylic model kit. It's all like slot assembly, and it's all clear acrylic, so you can light it up dead easily. And we're giving these away. If you go to my channel, if you're on my channel now, Model Making Guru on the YouTubes, there's a video for the giveaway. Put a comment on that video and you can be in with a chance of winning these. And if you're a patron on Patreon, you can put a comment on the post on the Patreon page. I'll start that again. You can put a wow, I can't speak. You can put a comment on the post on Patreon to win this. You need to be a patron to win. So if you're not a patron already, do pop along and have a look, see if you want to become one. You could win that. They don't exist anymore. You can still get these here and there, but this company doesn't exist anymore, so these are getting rarer and rarer. So they're up for grabs, and we're announcing them on Tuesday. So if you haven't put a comment on the video or on the Patreon post yet, get going doing it. Get going, get blah, 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 blah. Wow, I'm sweating, it's warm, and I'm talking rubbish. It's going to be a long 3 hours. Whoa, if I last 3 hours. So, let's have a quick look at the chat, see what's happened while I've been talking nonsense and doing all the public announcements. Let's have a look. Nim same as last week, almost done, and I'm waiting on 2 kits for a contest. Says Nim. Hello all, says Davey UK. Oh, I've said that already, I've been there, I've done that one. What else have we got? Mickle Pickle is an excellent name, well done sir or madam. Says Spiddyquay. That just reminds me of the Robotron vendor at Gunrunners in Fallout New Vegas. Welcome sir or madam, are you ready to process our transaction? I can't do the voice. That's one thing as well. When we do the giveaway later on, don't forget to refresh the page. Well, I'll do that later. Let's have a look. And to celebrate this, I will eat my Galaxy chocolate, says Nim. Nim just took delivery of a load of proper European, UK, British chocolate bars. You remember, like, I think the week before last, I was bitching about how American chocolate is just gash and doesn't taste like chocolate. It just tastes like ass. Americans don't know how to make chocolate. Well, Nim's got a load of proper chocolate bars like Galaxies and Mars bars and stuff. European versions, much better. Galaxies to die for. Nate Bliss says, oh my god, 135th scale rivets, individual parts, dealt with 120th, carpet is licking its lips. Yeah, the carpet monster will have something with that. Seek Zeon says the half site. What happened to all the inept stickers, says Chris. I gave them all away. Give them away. When I was sending stickers out, I was sending like a guru and an inept one. So send me more, Chris. Perhaps the designs were sent to an inept printer, says Spiddyquate. He says, I have to say, as cool as that dropship is, the black silhouette looks a smidge dubious. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I know what you mean. I entered the giveaway, says Ghost Loud. Jolly good. Grey Wolf says he's trying his hand at weathering on its old Strike Freedom. Yeah. Too hot, send ice cream, says Philip Rhodes. Do it, I need ice cream. Strike Freedom, Strike Gundams are my favourite mobile suits. The Strike variants, you know, like the Strikes, the Busters, the Freedom, and the Ale Strikes and stuff. After I finished the Bill Free models, the Imperial Skitter, which is an ironic name given my condition yesterday. After I finished that, I've got a patron build for one of my patrons who's supported me for the last 12 months, $100 a month, so he gets a free master grade kit. And I basically build it and paint it to skill level 5. And it's going to be the Strike Rouge Uatori. Yes! So that's coming up soon. I'm looking forward to that, because strikes are my favourite. This moustache is really doing my head in. Oh, it's tickling my lip. Hashtag Team Inept, like and subscribe, says Team Inept. That'll be Paul then. Yes. If you don't know, Team Inept is Paul, Chris and I. We do a video game channel. We've only just started it. It's got like 5 subscribers. But we're doing a lot of video game stuff. So if you want to go and subscribe to that, just do a search. There's no specific address yet. We've only got like 10 subscribers. So just do a search for Team Inept on the YouTubes. And that's us. Chris Paris says he got a Team Inept sticker with his model making Guru one and thought it was a mistake. It probably was, if it's Team Inept. Chris Pyro, yes, getting any sort of model making guru stuff is a mistake. Thanks, Chris. Right, I need to sniffle my nose because, as I said, where's me tissue? The moment the camera goes on, I get the sniffles. I don't know why, and I do apologise for sniffling on camera. It's the moment the camera goes on. Right. Swig of enormous coffee. A little swig. I'll just get the litre of coffee out of my stash. There. It is incredibly warm today, so I don't know how long we'll last, but we'll do our best. Everyone should watch the Horse Racing 2016 video we did, the most pain we've ever experienced in gaming. Yeah, that was... Paul played Horse Racing 2016 and Chris and Ira, just in voice chat, taking the mickey of it, and it was just the worst game ever I've seen. I've seen big rigs, and this was worse than big rigs. One other bit of news, little bit of housekeeping. The latest Skitter build, Imperial Skitter build video is up for patrons. It went up yesterday. That's up for patrons now. It'll be available for everybody else on next Friday. So it's a week for patrons and then in early access, and then everybody else gets it. And tomorrow, there's a video going up tomorrow which will teach you how to get paint off your miniatures. And to witness, here are some miniatures. Tony over at Helgen35 is a lovely chap, one of my very, very best mates. Sent me these little figures, who apparently are Kassakin. I didn't know that. Kassakin, quite hard to get hold of nowadays. They were like the precursors to the Tempestus Scions, and they're mint and they're awesome, and they were painted. So I had to get all the paint off. Sorry, Tony. They were really nicely painted. So I got all the paint off, and I tried out some things, how to take paint off. One of them failed, and one of them was brilliant. So there'll be a paint stripping video going up tomorrow, again in early access for patrons, and then it'll be up next Monday. So not this Monday, the Monday after for everybody else. So stay tuned. That should be up tomorrow. I was going to put it on today, but I've got this. So that'll be going up tomorrow. So look at that. They're brilliant. In the days when Games Workshop did metal figures. Yeah, and I shall show you how I strip the paint off, though. It's dead easy and it's dead cheap if you live in the UK or Europe. So that's done. Was there any other housekeeping information? Nope, none I can think of. I'm just making them all fall over now. I've bought 2 extra of those because I've got 8 plus 1 plastic figure with a mortar. So I was either going to get another plastic figure to have a mortar to heavy weapons team. Then I realised these guys like Scions and stuff, because you'll play these as Tempestus Scions, they won't have a heavy weapons team. So I've just ordered a couple more bog standard dudes with hot shot laser guns, and they'll be arriving in the next few days. So I'll have a proper 10-man squad. Oh, warmth, warmth. Grey Wolf 916 says, did you watch the wedding? No, because I couldn't give a flying fig about the royal family or the wedding. I just avoided old media yesterday. It was like, oh God, is it today? I'll just turn the internet off. God, I really have no interest in that rubbish whatsoever. People that go all mad for the royal family, it's like, why? Why do you care? Can't stand all the... I mean, I hate celebrity type stuff, but I can't be doing with the royal family. Because it's just of no relevance to my existence whatsoever. Don't care. And I knew it would just dominate the TV schedules all day. And the news cycle, so I just turned everything off. Are they metal or just covered in silver? Says Chris the Parrot. No, they are actual metal. They're rock hard metal. Before they did plastic figures, GW did metal figures. This is what tabletop miniatures used to be like way back when. I think these are 2001 or 2 or something. They're that old. They're beautiful little sculpts. And they're just like Imperial Guard, but they've got more hardcore armour, because Kassakin were like expert commando, sort of special ops. And then they were replaced by the Tempestus Scions. Every time I hear Imperial Skitter, I think Red Dwarf. I know they're scutters, but it still makes me want to stand and do a triple rimmer salute. I can't do it on camera because the camera's there, but yes. Mess is great for stripping paint. Something else is great for stripping paint, and I'll show you that on Monday. Did someone get married? Oh, the joy of a small village. A refusal to use newspapers for anything beyond catching mess and lining litter trays, and no terrestrial TV, says Spiddy Crate. Yep. My only access to the news is I read the BBC News website and I watch the excerpts of Stephen Colbert's monologues every day, because I love Stephen Colbert. Because although I have to say they're hilarious and he's really insightful, but I do feel sad for the Americans sometimes. Oh, just country's in such a mess right now. So yes, that's the only exposure to the news. I don't really read any other news sites because they're all kind of crap. Chris at Gross Models is openly admitting you watched some of the Royal Wedding. You're just banned now, Chris. Just leave now, because all your kudos is gone now. I barely care when my own family gets married, says Chris the Pyro. Why would I care about someone else getting married? Exactly. Is there a dead pixel in the middle of your screen? No, it's a tiny fly that died and became one with my... No, it's not really. It's a little black mark, so I know where the centre of the screen is. I had a little bit of masking tape, but it kept coming off, so I've just made a little mark where the centre of the screen is. So when I'm lining up the camera... See? I don't look half as stupid as I am, you know. I don't look half as stupid as I am. Oh, then Nim says, no, that's his mark, so he knows where the centre of the screen is. Basically what I do is I mark that so I know where the centre is, and then I do all the work down here, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, so warm. Right, should we do some work? I don't think there's any other housekeeping information I need to fill you in on. Oh, Elite Dangerous. Vitally important Elite Dangerous information. I played a little bit yesterday while I had some time. I was in the bubble. If you know Elite Dangerous, you've got the bubble of all like the planets around Earth and the stars and stuff, where all the stations are. And I've gone off down there now. And I was heading down towards the Sol Nebula. I thought, I'm just going to set a marker 9,000 light years away and just wander off to the Sol Nebula. And what I might start doing is filming little sort of commander's logs for the Team Inept YouTube channel. Because I was debating whether to do... Chris and I were talking about doing some kind of like thing on the web page, on the Facebook page. There's not really much to say. It's star with some ice bodies, star with some ice bodies, another star with some ice... There's not a lot to report at the moment, so I might do little commander's log videos for that. But I was wandering down to the Sol Nebula, which is about 10 trillion light years. But I discovered a Wolf-Rayet star just off my beaten track. So I've kind of doubled back a little bit, and I'm heading towards that now to see what that looks like. It looks like it's in a planetary nebula, but I'm not quite sure. So, yeah. So, Elite Dangerous. If you've not played Elite Dangerous, go and get it and play it, because it's brilliant. Get yourself a HOTAS stick. It's the best game in the world. You'll love it. Well, you'll either hate it or love it. Don't fly into planets, says Chris. Yeah, I did that last night. I was watching Smooth stream and scanning planets, and I kind of flew into a planet. I had to do some repairs. It was a bit scary. Right. So, and I did the competition last week was to name my Asp Explorer. And I did call it Dat Asp, but then I changed it a little bit to Big Fat Asp. So it's now called the Big Fat Asp, just without the. Right, so where were we up to last time? Last time we did the top of the carapace, which will go on here. See, there's lovely. That goes on top like that. See, there you go. Top of his head. So that's all done. We've got the torso done. We have the legatons done. They're all done and glued on. And where we left last week, I was assembling the... that's not anything to do with the Imperial Knight. I was assembling the Hellfire autocannon. Are they Hellfire autocannons? I don't know. Let's have a look. Twin Icarus autocannons that will go on the top of the carapace here. I was in the process of assemblating them, so I built the little thing they go on, and I built the guns. And I can't remember if I got rid of the seam lines on those, so I'll check those in a second. And no, it's these two. Did I get rid of the seam lines? I shall have a look in a moment. I think I did. Yes, I can see here I did. So this just needs to be assemblated now. I need to get my space helmet of seeing. Don't come into this watching this expecting me to do lots of work, by the way, because it doesn't tend to happen. Thinking of calling my Python episode 7, says Paul from Team Inept. Shut up. Hashtag troll, he puts at the end. The base of that dude looks a bit like Dad's Pelvatron. Yeah, it's Mike Mountain's Pelvatron design. For those that don't know, the gang over at Smooth's Workshop and Smooth's Dungeon, Smooth's Cave, they all refer to Mike Mountain as Dad. So do I, because he's awesome. I already have an MG Zaku space type, says Chris the Pyro, but I can get a good deal on a master grade Zaku ground type. Tempting. There's not really an argument to have there, really. It's just a case of why haven't you bought it? Have you bought it now? Have you bought it? How about now? Keep this page open, but go to another tab. Have you ordered it now? How about now? How about now? How about, have you done it now then? What about now? I'll keep going until you do. There you go. Right, what we do, I need my knife. Oh, I need a knife. Whoa, don't be stabbing. No stabbing, please. We're British. Because he's awesome, also old, says Paul at Team Inept. Oh, Smooth's in. Hey, Smoo. Oh, I've just realised that was Smooth that said about Dad's pelvic. I didn't even see... I've got my visor on, so I can barely see the text. It's all out of focus. Sorry, Smoo. Hello, Smoo. Yes, it was Smooth that made that comment. There you go. Right. So, let's get these out of the way. Put them there. Oh, I need another piece. There we go. Here's me not getting the sprues ready. I need piece number A10. Yes, I discovered last week that for once, Games Workshop have actually labelled their sprue, or at least one of the sprues. So it's sprue A, piece number 10. Move this. I've got too many things lying around and nowhere to put all the other things. So I need piece A10. Which is here, you see? There's lovely. You know, I reckon our armed forces, we should redesign all our military hardware to have lots of gold trim and heraldry on it and stuff. Because that'd look kick-ass. Wouldn't really. I think any kind of armoured fighting vehicle would look much better with lots of raised up fleur-de-lis and gold trim all over it and everything. That'd be brilliant. Thanks for tuning in to watch Captain Stabberty cut himself. Yep. Well, I've not so far on any of these live streams. It's been a while since I've actually done Stabberty. Although, I'll tell you what, you know, every time I stab myself, because I do stab myself quite a lot, I'll also not go that high again. I do stab myself quite a lot. I'll high pitch them. The weird thing is, every time I do stab myself, I completely forget that I can just seal the wound with super glue. And then I go all flappy arms and I have to run downstairs and get a plaster, and I get like a mile and a half of tissue so I can stem the bleeding, which takes hours. When I could just back some super glue, and I always forget just to reach for the super glue. Because I'm an idiot. I don't know. What else can I say? I are idiot. I are special. And I shouldn't really forget, because, you know, we've had that conversation enough times with Tony. So, it was lovely to see Tony when he came over on Friday. Friday? Yes, I think Friday. Whenever he came over. He came over at some point this week. It's all a blur. I don't know days. He popped by to drop those little figures off and just have a bit of a chat. Not seen him for a while. For those wondering, he is alive and well. Those of you know, Helgen35 on his channel. He also does some YouTubes for the E-models. He's alive and well. He's just really bombed out with work at the minute. That's why he's not had time to do any videos or do any E-model stuff. He's just absolutely battered with work and life stuff. So it's just a question of time. I'm lucky in that I get to. This is my job. My channel is my income, my life. So I don't have to worry about having, you know, a 9-to-5 job and stuff. So. Because I'm supported by my wonderful, beautiful patrons. And so I don't have to worry about that. But, you know, for everybody else, you know, Tony and everybody else, they've got, you know, real lives to worry about. They've got the jobs to do and stuff. So he's just been a lot tied up with real life and his job. But he is around. He is in the process of doing a build for E-models. I won't say what it is, because I can't remember. I know what it is, but I'm not going to say anything. Keep it a surprise. But he has got a video build series that he's putting the finishing touches to. How does this go? Right, these go on there. I need the glue. 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 Glorious glue. Oh, I forgot to show you, by the way. If you haven't seen the video that's up in early access for patrons at the minute, the latest episode, part 6. Yes, I know, part 6 of the Skitter build. There's a quick look at the diorama so far. Yeah, in part 6 I'll show you how I did all that. It's not finished yet. But that's the diorama so far. I was going to do lots of mud, but I'm actually quite happy with the kind of dusty, earthy look. So we'll see what happens. I'm not quite sure about the next step. That'll be part 7. So yeah, there you go. I forgot to show you. I was going to show you that, and I totally forgot. I'm jumping from... I'm like a little bird flitting from branch to branch, aren't I? So warm. Hey Fox, what are you building today, says Doug Schramm. I am doing, in case you missed it at the start, I'm working on my Warhammer army, my 25,000 point randomly populated army of Imperial Guard, and it's going to be themed on the Principality of Zeon from Mobile Suit Gundams. They're all going to have very Zeon-like colour schemes and symbols on them. I'm doing 3 Imperial Knights to start with, and at the moment we're working on the Knight Errant, which we're going to customise a bit to look like a Zaku. We're also going to do one to look like a Goof, and it'll be the Night Warden, and then one will be made to look like Charles Zaku, and that'll be the Night Crusader. But at the moment, I'm just assembling the first of the Imperial Knights, which will be a Zaku. Right. Lynn Dipple's in. Hey Lynn! Just woke up, says Lynn. Welcome, welcome. Is it today that Tony is doing his run? Oh yes, Tony's doing the Manchester 10k run as well for the charity things. I think his mum does it and he does it. So I think that's today. I think it's today. Hats off to him. Or it might be next week actually. I can't remember. It might be next week. But yes, he's doing his charity 10k run. Although he says it's more like a 10k amble. Now if you watched last week, I assembled these Icarus autocannon barrels, but I've just got to clean up the seams now. I just squished the glue out to fill the gaps. Now I just need to resolve that. So there's a little bit of a seam line and a nub, so I've just got to very gently file those down just to get rid of the nub and get rid of, there's a slight stair step with the two halves, so I just want to smooth that down. Smooth. I want to make it round and earthy. And I've said this in the last few episodes of this, but if you don't normally use a file for sanding and stuff, because I don't normally use metal files because they just cause too much scratchy on the plastic. But if you don't normally use metal files for sanding, you might find on a Games Workshop kit they actually work really well, because the plastic is soft enough that when you do use them, it doesn't gouge it to heck. If you're very gentle, you can actually get away with using them. Whereas proper hard polystyrene, it tends to go really scratchy, but this stuff doesn't seem to mind it so much. So I would pick. So these are just like some cheap ones from my local hardware store. They're not anything major. From Homebase I got these. Like I got £5 for a pack of different shapes and sizes, and they do just fine. So yeah, if you're making Games Workshop stuff, Warhammer stuff, not resin obviously, but plastic, just check out some of these little metal files. They do actually work quite well. Thankfully, the only actual bit I glued together was this bit at the front. This was all one piece, so it's just got a slight seam line, which I can deal with. Oh, I've got to tell you by the way, folks. I said there was a video going up tomorrow in early access about taking the paint off. Oh, when you see what I used, this room for the last 3 days has just smelled of that. I won't tell you what it is because, you know, you've got to watch to find out. But it's not an unpleasant smell. It's just, it's kind of pervasive. So my general advice to you will be, if you're removing paint from a model, whatever you use, for the love of dog, don't do it in the room where you do all your modelling, or in your living room or bedroom or wherever you actually do all the work, especially if you do it in the bedroom. Just do it somewhere outside where your significant other won't shout at you. Especially if you use something stinky like oven cleaner. Okay, that's that one done. Dude, let's have a look. Ghost Lyle, pineapples equals everything. Dinosaurs are greater than everything. Custodes Challenger 2, says Nate Bliss. Smooth Workshop. The only problem with that, Fox, is that military types have enough stuff to polish without bringing up the vehicles. Yeah. Blinging up the vehicles even. Nah, I'll give you something to do. Keep all them squaddies busy rather than sitting on intercity trains stacking up beer cans in pyramids. I'm priming like mad as I have to pack up all my airbrush stuff as I have a big airbrushing job this week, says Scott Sutherland. Ooh, tell us. Again with the giving us half the information in one sentence. The internet rules are, you have to tell us everything in the first post. It's like saying, I was driving my new car, but not saying what the car is. So come on, spill about this big airbrushing project. Inquiring minds demand to know. Heidi Peeps just... Oh, we've done that one. Okay, I'm ordering the Zaku. Those MG 2.0 Zakus are gems to build, except for the piping in them. Those are sort on the hands. Zaku beads. Goddamn Zaku beads. Yeah. I think you can actually buy third-party metal Zaku beads. You might want to look into that. Because even I would consider getting them. Not because they look better, but purely because they don't need to be cut off the nuts, sprue, nubbed and sanded. Goddamn Zaku beads. Oh, I can't be doing with Zaku beads. Really can't stand Zaku beads. But it's hard not to love Zakus. Because they are just like two-legged Russian tanks. And I approach them that way. When I do this thing and paint this thing, it's a grunt mobile suit. It's the lowest of the low. It's the cheap components. It's the cannon fodder, so it will be designed, it will be painted up to be not cared for, rusty, battered. There'll be paint chips and maybe some gouges in it, some battle damage. It'll be just a bit dinged. That's why I'm doing this one first, because that'll be the fun. When I do Char's Zaku, that's going to be boring, because that'll have to be nice and clean, so that'll be boring, that one. Any seam lines? A little bit of a seam line there. Get rid of that. Get rid of this here, like you go. There you go. Okay, so that's the Icarus autocannons. Nimsanuin, yeah, I have one at Cristoparo and I don't know what to do with them. Then again, I'm not on that yet. Run, madman. Totally Scale Models, is it? An afternoon, ladies, he says. Hey, Totally Scale Models. Got your stickers, thank you. And now to try a Mr. Kipling exceedingly good cakes. Lol, such a cool but funny name, says Nim. Oh, Nim also got some cakes. The brand is just Mr. Kipling. I'll say that again. The brand is just Mr. Kipling. But many, many years ago, the adverts used to be like this old guy would be there and he'd say, Mr. Kipling makes exceedingly good cakes. Just put a lid on the top, folks, otherwise your room will smell like the men's urinals. I did. Trust me, when you see the video, yes. My whole flat smells of it, says Tony. I reckon I know what it is, and I agree with the pervasiveness of the smell. Well, the thing is, I used one product first, it was the wrong one, and that smelled worse. But it was designed to smell better, so there you go. I hope it isn't what I think it is then, says Grace Models. No, I didn't just strip the paint off with urine. Or cat pee. I found that the sprue bit the beads come on, this is Zaku beads, can be cut between the beads and it makes it easier to slide off the runner and onto the proper pipe mount thingy. Oh, that's not too bad. It's getting the nubs off them and then sanding them down without ruining the shape. On a perfect grade was hard enough. Not on a master grade, wow. James Lorimore, I'm a bit late. I'm sorry. No worries. We've only been going for half an hour. Don't worry about it. Got hours yet. Glad you got the stickers, Fox, but I can't see them. Oh, hang on. I see. Is that what we're doing now? Is this what we're doing now? There you go. But I got my Totally Scale Model stickers from Steve at Totally Scale Models. Very nice. There you go. So I've got places to put these up. At the moment, a lot of you, there's a thing out there at the moment, especially among Smooth's followers, that they have a sticker board where they put all their stickers. I haven't got any board to put the stickers on. So I've got a few on my drawers and in bits and places. I don't put them on my workbench because my workbench just gets covered in crap all the time and it's not really a good place to put them. However, I do have my skirmish case for my Warhammer figures and stuff. So I've actually started putting all my stickers on those. So thank you for those, Steve. So they're going to go on my skirmish case. I might give some of them away. Can I give some of them away, Steve? Because I'll do some sticker giveaways today. If you're alright with it, I'll keep them for myself, I don't mind. Hi, Mr. Fox. Please drink the coffee before I sleep. Thank you, says Jacob. I don't know what this is with Jacob, but he likes me slurping my coffee. It's still a bit hot, but I'll give it a go. Are we ready? I'll get the tissue ready for moustache absorption. Take a deep breath. Now, here's some information. I hope you enjoyed that, Jacob. There'll be more. The problem is with my beard, I can't take big, massive swigs of coffee anymore because I'll just have a beard made of coffee. It'd be like a sponge. So, now, yes, Spidiquate in the chat is sending me, and Mike Mountain, it should be said, he's sending me a bag of proper coffee, like from a proper coffee organism. And he's like proper beans, but he's not sending me the beans because all I can do with them is eat them, and you're not going to do that. So he's sending me some coffee grounds from, like, I don't know, I can't remember what, the Guatemalan, I think, and a selection of Guatemalan and Brazilian and space coffee and, I don't know, all kinds of different flavours. Because I love coffee, but I don't have the patience or the wherewithal or the equipment to actually make proper coffee. There you'd grind it or squash it or anything like that. I just get a jar of coffee, and I like me Daragbats. But I love proper coffee on the occasions I have it. So he's going to send me some proper coffee grounds. And I think we've got a little squeezy press thing, cafetiere aeropress thing here. If not, I'll get one cheap. So I'll do a little thing when that lot comes in. Now, I have to tell you, Spidiquate, I have to tell you, I'm going to tell you this now. I will use milk and sugar when I drink it. I might try it black, but I'm not the biggest fan of black coffee, ever. I don't know how the Americans can drink black coffee. He says Brazil, Guatemalan and Honduran coffee. Yeah. Each of his beard hairs has a Chinese straw, says Chris the Pyro. Yes. There's an old advert from many, many years ago. For milk, I think it was. And the catchphrase, watch out, there's a... Oh, I forgot what it was now. Basically, this guy would sit there drinking this milk and this straw would appear and drink the coffee. Have I done this bit wrong? And drink the milk. I'll just stop talking now because I've lost my train of thought anyway. Right, where are these going? These need to go on here. The other way around. There you go. That's not right. Which way does they go? They go this way or that way? They go... Right, they go that way. My twin Icarus autocannons attach just about, vaguely, that way. There's a bit of a loose, wobbly fit. Oh dear, Games Workshop, that's not brilliant. And that one goes on that side. So yes, I may have to, on screen, may drink it black spid, but when I drink it for myself, it's going to have milk and sugar in it. Sorry. Wow, these don't fit well at all. Unless, oh no, there we go. Oh, no, we don't. I need to put the two guns on and then apply the bit. Right, let's just get these things on. Let's stop waffling. I'll actually do some work now and glue some things on some other things. That'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be very good. Right, so I'm going to use the thick glue for this. Because these are pegs and holes. I can use the thin glue, but if I use the thin glue, by the time I manoeuvre the piece on, the thin glue is going to have evaporated away. So I'm going to get some thick glue on there first. Going to attach that there. Go on, get on. Get on, my son, get on. Doesn't seem to be the best fit in the world, these. Can't help thinking there's something wrong there. Can't help thinking there's something not right there. Yes, it's on the wrong side, you spoon! Thought so, it was back to front. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the right way around. This is very confusing, this is very confusing. That goes that way around. Because the magazine was there, and I'm like, hang on, if that magazine's just going to get in the way of the... There we go. These, I take it all back, these do fit perfectly when you put them on the right way around. Hello, my name is Foxx. Yes, I am Spesh. Idiot. So... let's try that again, once again with feeling. So there we have our twin Icarus autocannons. Almost finished. Oh, dropping them. Humphrey, that's it, Tony Blackwell. Yep, the advert was, because I wandered off that train of thought. There would be a celebrity there drinking this milk, and this red and white straw would appear off screen, and it would kind of secretly drink all the milk while the guy was busy talking to the camera. And the catchphrase was, watch out, there's a Humphrey about. And I don't even remember why the hell I was talking about that. So I'll just stop. You guys know how my brain does or doesn't work by now. Let's just not question these things. So we have some twin Icarus autocannons, which I wasn't actually going to put on the Zaku, but I'll make them anyway, because if I might put them on the Zaku, and if I don't, I've built them and I can put them on one of the other ones, so it doesn't really matter too much. If I do, like when I do Char's Zaku, it might have the autocannons on there, although I think these were the least powerful of all three, so I might give them for the Zaku. We'll see. And then this needs to go on here like this, you see. It's a nice straightforward little bit of jiggery pokery. Do thin glue, do jam it on, squish it down, bit of glue around that. Remember, as always, extra thin. You can just touch it to the gap, and it will, by the magic of caterpillar action, it will suck itself into the gap. And there we go. We have some twin Icarus autocannons that I am bending this plastic bit on the side here, and I need to not do that. This bit here is a bit fragile. I'm going to reinforce this. This sounds really weird, but I'm going to reinforce it by putting some glue on it, because I keep bending this and I think it might snap eventually. So those twin Icarus autocannons are done. I always put sugar at least, a ton of sugar, an entire bowl of sugar, let's be honest, says James Lorrimore in his coffee. Spid says he'll be roasting the beans probably tomorrow. You can be forgiven for sullying good coffee with milk just this once. Well, there you go. There you go. Thank you very much. I have to make that noise now. I'm under contractual obligation. For Jacob. Wow, masking these windows is not fun, says Chris. Spid says, get curtains. I'm a cream and sugar type person, says Nim. Jolly good. Sweetening is okay, to be fair. It's a personal preference, and you'll still notice a huge flavour difference, especially from instant. Thing is, I do like me some Darag bits. Not just, you know, I don't like me, not your Kenko crap, but that nice Darag bits is nice. He said holes, says Smoo. Well, hey, sounds a bit, you know. Why do you run away? Don't you like my style? Once more with feeling, former fans of Buffy will know, says Spid. Ooh, Buffy, says Totally Scale Models. Never watched Buffy. Presumably Icarus guns or anti-aircraft guns. They're just anti-anything guns. Anti-stuff that moves, I think. I think ideally the stuff that goes on top of the carapace, because it sits up there like that. I think it's designed to be anti-flyer, anti-aircraft guns. But it doesn't mean you can't plam them at a big crowd of enemy dude Chaos Marines or Orcs or something. Jacob goes, oh, Mr. Fox, your give. When did you start, now or next day? Hey, what? Oh, Mr. Fox, your give. Do you mean my giveaway for the 2 kits? It's Tuesday, so you've got another couple of days. I've got Tuesday before I announce the winners, before I draw the winners. So if you haven't put a comment on either the video on the YouTube channel or the one on the Patreon page if you're a patron to win the big shit, get your comment on there now. You've got a couple of days. Hey Fox, I'm painting Warhammer things as well, says Ghostlal. Cool, what are you painting? Put some pictures in the boom hut. Talking about Buffy, I don't know anything about Buffy. My Greek myth studies coming out here, says Tony Blackwell. Oh, I see. Presumably Icarus guns are anti-aircraft guns. I've just got the thing with the Greek ref. Icarus, you flew too close to this. I get you. I see that. I'm liking that. That's the thing with me, right? I like to think of myself as reasonably smart. I'm not a super intelligence. I'm not a smart guy. But I don't think I'm a dribbling idiot. But yeah, sometimes I can miss the most obvious of things. I can pick up on very, very subtle things sometimes, and then sometimes I can just miss the most obvious things ridiculously, and I don't know why. Just sometimes. Like, I used to pick up on all the little bits of background story and lore when I used to play Halo. All little references and things. But I can miss something right in front of me. It's weird. I can see tiny little details, but things that are right in front of me, I can miss them. I am special. Right, what is next? We're not putting the head armour on, because all the armour will go on later. I'm not building the missile pods, because he's not having one of those. Okay, that means we're... Oh no, we're not done. Of course we're not done. Right, so that's the actual knight himself sort of done. For the most part. So we've got the torso done. There's a head here somewhere. Head goes on there like that. You'll see. Head goes on there like that. There'll be a mask over that. I have a shield that goes here somewhere. I have. Oh, I know what I've got to do. I have a stub. I've got to put a shield and stubber on the torso. Let's do that now. So we have as a shield here. How does this attach? So we need 110 and 100. This attaches on here like this, you see. And I'm assuming that doesn't get in the way of the carapace coming off. I put the carapace on. Can I take the carapace off with that thing in place? Ooh, there's a question. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I should be able to. Yeah, I should be able to, I think. Shouldn't be a problem. So before I glue anything on, I need to make sure I can take the carapace armour off. So if that sits in there, because I don't want to put the armour on yet, and if I have to leave the shield to the last minute, I can do. It's not a big problem. Right, so that's there. So can I get this armour off? Yeah, it's a tight fit. I think I'll leave that off for now. The stubber, heavy stubber, heavy stubber. That can definitely go on. I'm not going to drill out. Did I actually drill that out? I think I actually drilled that out. I can't remember now. It looks like I drilled it out because I put glue inside it to smooth it off. So if I drilled that out, that's pretty good actually. It's not a bad bit of drilling that. Right, so I need part number 100. Or was it 101? I need part number 100. 100. 100, 100. Could be anywhere. Could be anywhere on any sprue. Who the hell knows which sprue it's on? Because they're all in random orders. Not that one. One hundred. 100. 900. I can't find it, Captain. It's not here. 100. I'm just looking for the actual piece, because if I start to look for the number, I'll be here all week. I'm here all week, try the fish. Not that. That's a purity seal. It's not there. Okay, this is where it gets frustrating now. You have to watch me search for all these sprues over and over again until I find part number 100. 34, 35, 3, 13. So there's not... You can't necessarily follow the number order. Right, there's 42. I don't want 42. I want 100. There is 100. 38, 61... 44, 2, no order whatsoever, 33, 9, where is 100? This is why it'd be easier if they actually just, they labelled one sprue A, but why didn't they label the sprues B? See, this is sprue A, but you don't get sprue B, C and D, or do you? Am I going to eat my words now? Right, part number 100. There's 42, which looks like one of those parts, but isn't. Part number 100. Where is part number 100? Sigh. I may just have to come back and do this bit later, because I can't sit here all day looking at sprues. You guys will just get so bored. 45. 58. This is where I probably realise I may have already taken them off the sprue. I don't know, maybe I did. That would be kind of embarrassing, because I've got no idea where they are. Yeah. Right, I'll give it one more pass. One more pass. So, This is... Hang on, let me just check something. Is it not in here, is it? It wouldn't be in there. No, it's not in there. I mean, it's not a vital part. It's just a bit that holds it in place. I should have one for the head. So where's the one for the head? That was 42. So I've got a similar part for the head, 42. It's like a little C shape that goes around the back of the bit. So I need 100 and 110. I just can't find 100 and 110. And their stupid numbering scheme does not help. Right, it's not on that sprue. If I don't find it this go round, I'll just move on to the next step. There we go, 100 and 110. Fantastic. Finally. God. Because they're right next to 126 and... Okay, well they're kind of in the hundreds. It's kind of a 100 sprue, but it's still not making any sense. I'm still complaining about it. I'm still going to complain about it. Right, I need part number 100. That was exciting, wasn't it? Get off. Right. So I'm not going to do the shield yet because that won't let me take... I'm not sure that will let me take the carapace off. That piece has just gone somewhere. And where it went was... there. I'm not organised. You should know that by now. I'll check up on the chat in a moment. It's very hot and sweaty in here. I can smell swimming, paddling pool type smells coming from outdoors, so I think the neighbours have got their paddling pool type things out, which is cool. When you're a kid and you've got a paddling pool, it's the best thing in the world. And when you're an adult and your neighbours have got kids and they've got a paddling pool out, it's the worst thing in the world because all you do is suddenly remember what it was like when you were a kid. Summer was brilliant when you were a kid. It was just great. It was fantastic. Now you're an adult, it's like, oh, I wish I was a kid again. Now, am I really bothered if the stubber doesn't turn? Do I actually really care? I don't know. Maybe it'll make painting easier. Maybe. Tell you what, let's get this thing glued in. So which way around does it go? It goes in that way around. There's a big hole in the bottom there. That's a bit rubbish. Is that supposed to... Is that supposed to stick onto something? There's a big hole on the other side of the ammo box. It's a bit pants. Oh well, never mind. Where's the thing for the stubber? There's a big hole there. How rare. Oh well, never mind. So if that goes on there, I'll see if I can find the piece I keep losing. There it is. I'll see if I can glue this on without gluing the stubber in place somehow. Let's see how easily this can be done. Try and get a little tiny bit of the extra thin in the two little recessed dimples. Quite simply put this in. Quite simply get that hair out of the way. Get the tweezers. There we go. There we have the tweezers there, you see. And this needs to go this way around. So if I get a little tiny bit of glue on that, a little bit tiny bit of glue on that, place that here. Oh, fail. Epic fail. Let's try that again, shall we? That's what I need to do. Get this nub off here, actually, before I do that. Hello. Not going well today, is it? I'm not doing very well. I'm just kind of fudging everything. It's one of them days. I will check with the chat in a moment, because I'm sure I'm missing lots and lots. For those who are watching who maybe didn't tune in at the start, don't forget, this is a live stream. We have live chat, and I will be doing this little hair. I will be doing giveaways in a bit, like stickers and things. So, if you want to be in with a chance of winning a sticker and stuff, you'll need to be in the live chat. So if you are not in the live chat right now and you want to be, click on the little YouTube icon at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. If you're watching the stream somewhere else, they're like not on YouTube, click on that little YouTube icon. It'll take you straight to the YouTube page where this is the stream is, and you'll see the live chat as well. If you're in the chat and you want to ask me a question, and for the love of dog, please do ask me a question. Just make sure to put your question in big fat capital letters so I can see it. Otherwise I might miss it. Go on, get on. And if you wish to, there is a super chat option. I'm just going to say, I nearly said a rude word then. The little so-and-so that won't stick together. There is a super chat option, the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat. You can click on that. It'll put your question in a big coloured box that I will see a mile away because the chat is just there in front of me. Da-ding. But if not, just make sure you put your question in big fat capital letters so I can't miss it. There we go. That was a jaw. If I can just touch it to this front bit here, it might suck the glue in. Now it's probably going to glue it. I know my luck, it's probably going to get glued into place anyway. So I'm probably trying to flog a dead horse here, but I'll just make sure it's straight and lined up on the off chance. Oh, do you know what? Right, it tasks me, and I shall have it. Right, that's being glued in place. I officially don't care now. Don't care if the stubber moves or not. Because, you know what? I'm not fussed. I'm just gluing it in place because I am. I love making models, but I have a very short patience with the actual building part. I've said before on streams and programs, I'm the kind of person that enjoys the painting and the weathering. The actual building part doesn't really interest me that much. I mean, it's cool to see something come together, don't get me wrong. It's cool to see this kind of thing come together. But the building part is just the bit I have to get through to get to the cool, fun painting part. If you now have a heavy stubber, which doesn't get in the way of the carapace. Cool. The shield, I'm not so sure, so I'm gonna leave the shield off. Right, so that's that done. Let's see what the chat is doing. Do 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 do. Swig of coffee. If you get the chance, Fox, watch the episodes once more with feeling done, because Joss Whedon always wanted to do a musical. I had no interest in Buffy. I was like, yeah, whatevs. It just didn't. It's not the kind of thing I like to watch. I'll give it a try, but it's not the kind of thing I had interest in watching. Totally scale model. Steve says he's just about finished his Revell 241 scale Falcon build for the Revell mini competition. Cool. Hush was great, says Chris. I've been playing the first Destiny on PlayStation 3. I may have problems with addiction. Yeah. Are you going to get Destiny 2? It's alright. There's a lot of things in Destiny that everybody hated until Destiny 2 came out, and then they really wished that Destiny 2 was more like Destiny 1. It's quite funny the way everybody was suddenly ranting about stuff they left out of Destiny 2 that they apparently hated in Destiny 1, but there you go. You're talking about Buffy, so I can't get involved in that. Ghost Lyle says he's finally finished 39 cultists. He can finally rest. Have you painted them yet? Or have you just built them? Because if you've just built them, you've still got the painting. Haha, sorry about that. Mike Mount is in. Hey, Dad. Or Dad even. Hey, Dad. Hey, I made it, he says. Hey up, son, says Mike Mountain. Hey, Nim, says James. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. I think everybody who's been in the chat for a while is suddenly saying hello to each other. I don't know why, even though they've all been in the chat for ages. Oh, sorry, I read everything wrong. People have been here for a lot bit. There we go. James Lauren was saying hi to everybody who's already been there. It's quite funny. See, this is what I like when chat goes wrong. Is this organised chaos, Fox? This is nowhere near organised chaos. I mean, whenever I'm involved, there'll be some level of chaos. But it won't be organised chaos, because that suggests organisation. With me, it's just chaos. Memories of the local swimming pool on school swimming day. The urea making your eyes water before you got near the pool itself, says Spiddy Crate. Yeah, pretty much. Gordon's live, says Smoo. Live chat, random this, random that, says Lim Dipple. Butterfingers, a one made of fingers, says James Lorimore. Question, how far through the build are you? Wait, what? No, I'm about that far. It's not really much of an answer, is it? That's most of the bodywork done now. The only thing I have left to do is build the grabby hand for the left arm and whatever weapon he's having on the right arm. Then I'm done. And then we'll move on to the next. I don't think I'll do any painting. I think I'll get all the building for all the things done first, and then we'll just do painting. Then I can just spend months painting, basically. Episode 6, Chris, says Lynn. Shut up. Shut up. Over a 6th, says Mike Mountain. Shut up. Mozzarella cheese sticks aren't sticks at all, says James Lorimore. No. Fish balls, they're not. My son loves playing Destiny and his current fave life is... Hang on, start again. Spid says his son loves playing Destiny and his current fave is Life is Strange, which despite not being a game, looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's an easy one. An indie one. Indie game, that one. It's quite good. Should check out Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous is great. Elite Dangerous is like European Truck Simulator in space. What's not to love? Right, so we've got the gun on. What is next? Next we have... right, what I'm going to give this guy, I'm going to give him the wavy hand of waves. The slappy hand like he's got. But I don't know about the weapon. I need to give him the worst of all 3 weapons. So, what can a knight errant have? So we can replace the chainsaw with the Thunderstrike gun, which is what we're going to do. We can replace the heavy stubber with the melter gun. I've not done that. Oh, he has the thermal cannon. There's no option there. Okay, so he has the thermal cannon. Okay, so we'll give him a thermal cannon, I guess. He will have the thermal cannon and also the slappy hand. So we'll do the Thunderstrike gauntlet first of all. Will we? Yes. If it tells me. Now, I was thinking about doing like magnets and stuff so I can take things apart. I can't be fussed with that. I've got so much coffee in my moustache. I might think about that for like some of the later ones, but for these I'm just going to build them in a static pose. I'm not too fussed. So, right. Now, what I need to also remember to do is, when that's on and the pauldron's on, can I get the arm off? I have to think about things like that, you see, as well. So, what do we need? There's more sprue cutting time. I'm actually going to put my god hands away, and I'll tell you for why. Because these are gorgeous. A gift from Stein van Gemmet. But I can't help thinking that by using them on this kit, I'm knackering them before I even get to use them on a Gunpla, so I'm saving them, I think. Right, so we need parts. Let's get the list of parts. So we need A45 and also A46. Right, the A sprue is actually marked as a sprue. I just can't remember which one it was. Taking my helmet off. A sprue. If I sound a bit all over the shop today, it's because it is really, really warm. It is a beautiful day, and I'm sweating profusely. It's not pleasant, let's just be honest about it. There's the A sprue. Are these all A parts? A. Part from 28. Which, oh, hang on, 28. 28? Oh, we've got to start there. Oh, right, okay. Let's start here. Not even at this part yet. Ugh. Well, I'll get the A sprue out anyway, because I know I need that. So, 28. Any guesses? Let's have a look on the sprues. Let's find the parts that we need, because we need them and we don't know where they are. 28. Looks like No, I need 92 and 91. I don't know where I got 28 from. Right, 92. There we go, that's the spray. 91. I think. There's no guarantees here. It is really, 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 really warm. I'm sweating like a sweaty thing. Aviad Madar, hey Aviad, says, did you see the new Knights supposed to be coming out in the next 2 weeks? Yeah, they're like this big. Oh, well, hang on. There's the Knight Castellan, which is bigger than one of these, because it's like one of these with loads of extra weapons. But there's also the... what are they called? There's the new game they're bringing out, which just involves, like, Knights and Titans. But they're actually small. They're not this big. They're not massive. If it's the game, I can't remember what it's called, where you just fight Titans. They're actually miniature versions, so an Imperial Knight wouldn't be as big as this. It'd be like that big. So, but there is a new Knight coming out, the Knight Castellan, but I don't know when that comes out. What kit are you using for your 40k Zaku troops? For the Zaku itself, I'm using the Imperial Knight. For the actual dudes, for troops, I'm just using Imperial Guard units or Imperial Guard affiliated. So I've got some normal, like, Imperial Guard, Cadians. I've got some Tempestus Scions for sort of elite troops. I've got some Kassakin, which Tony over at Helgen35 sent me. I've got to paint those up. They're really beautiful. I've just stripped those off. I've got some proper old school metal Kassakin, which I'll be playing as Scions. I'll also have loads of Space Marines. It'll just be like a basic Imperial army, but I'll have anybody that's affiliated. So I've got some Space Marines. I've got some Primaris Marines. I will at some point get some Death Korps Krieg figures. Warhammer this, Warhammer that, says Lynn. Yeah. Elite Dankirius is what my friend calls it, says Chris the Pyro. The thing is, once somebody tells you that it sounds like Friendship Drive, charging, you can't not hear that. And landing gear, attractive. You can't not hear it. Right, I'm not putting this... I've spent half an hour, I'm not cutting this part out. 92 and 91. There's 92. Yeah, so I've decided I'm gonna spare my God Hand nippers, because some of these nubs are massive. And I don't want to wear out my God Hands before I have a chance to actually use them on a Gunpla. 92 and 91. So I'd rather some of these kits just use these Citadel ones, because I don't want to damage or break my God Hands. Because as I've said before, Stein Van Gemmet very, very, very kindly sent me those God Hands. Absolute brilliant gift. Because for here in the UK, if you want to get some God Hand nippers, it's like 35 to 40 quid for the nippers. And then it's about the same again shipping, or more. So it's really not worth it if you're in the UK to actually get God Hands, unless you suddenly somehow find a UK trader that has some somehow. But I've wanted some for a long, long time. Stein made that possible, so thank you. As always, thank you to Stein Van Gemmet for those. Nubbing. Please get off my model part. Thank you. Goodbye. Filing. It's very warm today. Once this stream is finished, I shall go and sit in the garden and marvel at the wonders of nature. Go and see how big my skunk cabbage is getting. Got a pond in the back garden, and we've got a skunk cabbage, which sounds like, you're like, what? It's basically, it's a plant the size of a house. It's got these enormous leaves that, you know, about 8 feet tall, and it's supposed to smell really bad. That's why it's called a skunk cabbage. It lives in ponds and things, and marshes. It's called that because it's supposed to smell, but it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell at all. But I love it because it's huge. I think I put a picture up on my Facebook page at one point. It's not fully grown yet because it gets really big in the summer. But I love it because it's just massive. And it grows in the pond, and basically, by the time it gets to full size in the heat of summer, you wouldn't even know there was a pond there. And there's been at least one occasion where somebody has walked into the garden while the skunk cabbage has been fully grown and not actually noticed there's a pond there, and obviously hilarity has ensued. It'd be like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's a big plant. That's really splash. Oh. And when I say pond, I don't really mean... It's not like a very pretty kind of pond thing. It's like... It's a 2 foot deep square of ground that's been there for so long and has so got so many things growing in it that it's more like a 2 foot square... Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. A 2 foot square mire. 2 foot square swamp. Because it's just made of roots now. It's apparently an invasive species. Comes from the US, I think. And it's actually illegal. You cannot legally anywhere buy a skunk cabbage. Not anymore. I think it became illegal as an invasive species a few years ago. And they basically outlawed it. Because it takes over everything. But I think the law is basically... You can't buy it. If you've got one, you've got one. That's fine. We're not going to come and rip it up. But you can't buy them now. And I think they're fine. If it's like, if you've got a pond in your garden, a small pond, and you've got one in the pond, it's not a problem. Because it's not like it's going to suddenly get from your garden to the local woods. At least not around here anyway. Now this part here has got really nasty nubs on it, but I don't think you'll actually see any of this. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Oh yes, you will see all of it. Oh right, okay. So yes, we probably should sand this down properly. So yes, the skunk cabbage is coming along nicely. Trying to keep the curve on this as smooth as I can. I'll check up in the chat in a moment. I think the reason I don't get much done in these streams is because I don't like not being involved with the chat. I don't like just sort of ignoring the chat. And it's just there. But I'm kind of focused on what I'm doing, so... Get with the little seam lines. The reality is, of course, I could probably leave all these seam lines because I'm going to weather this up anyway and nobody will ever notice it. But hey, I'll know they're there. And that is not correct. Das ist nicht richtig. Okie dokie. See what the chat's doing. Where is Dave the right? Well, let's start again. Mike Mountain asks, where is Dave? Where's the... Start again. Mike Mountain asks, where is Dave? Why's the rum gone Barker? He's probably at work if he's not here, or asleep, or might be out with Tommy because it's a nice day. Might have taken the lads out, the kids, I should say. Wouldn't blame him. Lynn Dipple is looking for a gaming laptop for Elite. Elite's quite demanding. You might need a decent laptop for that. Also, if you've got if you've got a PS4 or Xbox One, you can get it on console. Do it on your big telly; it's much better. But if you need it on a laptop, just make sure you've got a decent laptop. Anybody out there play Elite Dangerous on PC? Give Lynn some advice on what she needs if you would. I don't. I'm a console, so. Let's see how long we've been going for. 1 hour 20 minutes. We'll get this little bit assembled, and then we shall do some. I think we should do some giveaways. Yes. Ah, Fox said the G word. Says Mike Mountain. It's allowed on my streams, mate. There's no sweepstake on here. Coffee. Ah. Warhammer. Oh, well, I've done that one. I'm cooking bacon. Hang on. Somebody said bacon, and it moved. Damn it. I'm cooking bacon. What's the G word? I don't know, because we're all distracted now by the fact you're cooking bacon. Titanicus, that's in August, says Aviad. Yeah, that's the little tiny knights. I'm assuming you mean the Castellan. I think what I might do, depending on money, because right now I'm skint, but when I do Charles Zaku, which would be the big the most powerful of these three that I build, I might actually make that the Castellan. I might get a Castellan kit to make that, if you know what I mean, rather than just do a normal knight. So I also need part 90 and 96. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. 96, little burp there, I do apologise. 90 and 96, there we go. Now these nippers are in no way anywhere near as good as the god hands, but I don't want to sacrifice my god hands, because these are some hella nubs and gates. Ooh, sniffles. Sniffly sniffles. So we've got little bits here to take these nubs off. See, these ones aren't great because they do take little gouges out the plastic. They're not brilliant. I mean, they're fine, but you kind of... I'm so used to going up close with the god hands now that I shouldn't be doing that with the Citadel ones. Because if you do it with the Citadel ones, oops, I'll say that again, if you do it with the Citadel ones, they just take a big chunk out. Which is not good. Das ist nicht richtig. So I have to sand that now to get it flat, which will kind of make it look a bit pants. Well, what I'll do first, because they're supposed to go to what I'll do first is before I start doing that, let me get this thing assembled before I start taking those nubs off. When you've been using god hand nippers and you use different nippers, you really wish you were using the god hand nippers again. Got to say it. They are awesome. Right. And so we send that down there like that. We send that there. Now with the Zaku, of course, there is a lot of option for me to be not so careful with sanding and denubbing and clean up, because it is going to be weathered. It's going to be battered and beaten. Right, so destructions. Oh, got stickers falling all over the place here. New model stickers, look, see? Yeah, don't show Ted, he'll be getting me to send them out. No! Right, so that needs to go in. There's not enough space for me to have the instructions and the chat. So this sits here like that. How does that sit? Like that. This goes on here like that. Like that. It's like a... Well, let's just move on from that. This needs then to go together... Moving on. This needs to go together like this. No, like this. No, like that. Yes. Pay attention, 007. That goes like that. That goes into that hole. And then this goes on top. Oh, I see. And that gives you a little bit of piston movement, you see? A little bit of piston movement. But I need to glue this together and then sand it down. Sand it down. But I don't want to glue that piston in place. So this is where careful gluing comes into play. What we shall do is we shall get a bit of the extra thins. Touch it to there. Squish. Squish. Let's make sure it's not touching that piston, because the piston's got some play in it, so I can push it away from a little bit where the glue is. And this front bit here, the piston's not touching that, so I can put some glue in there. And then squish that. And hopefully that'll be enough glue for the gap to fill. There'll still be a gap on the top here, on the top there inside, but you can't see that. It doesn't really matter. That should be enough glue to fill that gap, which I'll have to leave for a bit before I start sanding it down. And it won't glue that piston in place. But if you're never ever sure, if you've got a moving part where you need to glue around it, but you don't want to glue a moving part in like a piston, one easy way to do it is do what I've just done. Put the glue where you need it, and then just for a few minutes while it's curing, just keep moving the part like that. Because that way, it'll still be freely moving, it's not going to get stuck. And thankfully, I can get it into just a part where it's not actually going to touch the bits with the glue, so that should be fine. I'll leave that to, it's like a spotlight or something. I'll leave that to set for a while. So I can't sand that yet because I've got to wait for the glue to dry. So that seems like a good place to take a little break, have a little look at the chat, and then do a giveaway. So let's do that. Okay, let's have a look and see what we are doing in the chat. Oh, things are falling over. So warm. I'm not very organised today. Let's have a look. Oh, Dave is in. Dave Wise Rum Gone Barker says, I woke up and thought, ooh, missus, I'm missing Fox. Oh, I miss you too, Dave. I miss you too. It's not the same. I miss the boning tool. Moving on. Just as well, mate, says Mike. Fox is up to episode 5. I don't know what comes after episode 6. There's no such number after that. What's the point of having a tool in your arsenal that you're scared to use unless you damage them? Sounds a bit pointless, really, says Smoo. I know what you mean. It's just that these are so expensive to replace. It's not that I don't want to use them. It's that they're not designed as heavy-duty nippers. These are really for like delicate kits, like Gunpla, where you've got little tiny nubs. The kind of stuff you need for Warhammer kits is heavy-duty nippers, like the Citadel ones, which are just made out of like old tank parts and things, because their nubs are a bit thicker. Whereas these are designed for your more delicate Bandai kits, and for, you know, normal regular kits that don't have gates that thick. So if they were just like, if I could buy these from, you know, from E-Models or from my local hobby store or anything like that, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't mind paying 35 quid for those. But the fact that you can't, and you have to get them sent from Japan or wherever, and it can cost almost sometimes double the price of the nippers to get them posted, no. But they are just by far the best I've ever used, because you can literally go right up to the piece and snip, and you won't gouge it out. It won't stress the plastic as much, if at all. Whereas these take off the part with them. So you kind of pay for the quality. They are incredibly good quality, and they will come in handy when I'm doing that master grade Strike Rouge. They're kind of a Japanese thing, and they work best with Bandai kits because they don't have massive gates. Nim says, so the friend that I did the X-Wing for as a test for his Millennium Falcon has bribed me with some Tamiya brushes and a pot of chrome silver Tamiya paint. What, to paint a Millennium Falcon? Might be worth a bit more than some brushes and some paint, but there you go. Lynn Dipple just woke up to Dave. It's steady now. What did I miss? Has Fox stabbed himself, blown himself up, or singed his eyebrows yet, says Dave. No kind of injuries. No injuries at all so far. I'm just sweating like a... because it's just really, really warm. James Lauren is cooking breakfast. We need to know what you're cooking, James. Apart from the bacon, because you said that. There's a huge beard to get through before it gets to the eyebrows, says Dave, says Mike. Yeah. Oh, we've moved. Sudden movements. Aviad Madar says, am I planning on magnetising the weapons? I can't be bothered, to be honest. I'm going to have more than one night, so each one's going to have a slappy hand, a Thunderstrike gauntlet, and then each one will have a different weapon. So I'm going to have 3 of them, and if I need different weapons, I'll just play all 3. I thought about doing magnetising. I've got a load of magnets to put on my Lehman Russ and stuff, so I can change the turrets on that, but for these, I can't. I can't be. It's not that I can't be bothered, it's just I just want to get them done. Because I've got a lot to do. I'm going to have, like, you know, hundreds of dudes to paint and stuff. If it's just making this on its own, I probably would. But because I've got, like, 10 trillion dudes to paint and probably quite a few Lehman Russ and God knows how many much else, I think I'll just make them static. I'm not going to worry about them having interchangeable weapons, to be frank. It's probably likely that I'll never actually get to play anyway, because the only place I know to play around me is my local Games Workshop and my local Warhammer store. where you're going to get like a couple of hours at best anyway. So it's not like I have a... There is a gaming club near me, but they mostly focus on board games. So, not really ideal. So the likelihood is I'm probably never going to get to play the game anyway. But if I do, it's not the end of the world. Dave says he's finally in heaven. He found the controller panel for his massage chair we moved 50 months ago and still have boxes to unpack. Wow. Tammy Norrie is watching Fox, says Lynn Dipple. Tammy Norrie is Lynn's puffin that Scott sent her for her birthday. And Tammy Norrie is puffin in Orcadian. Have to tell you though, Scott, I prefer the name Puffin, because Puffin sounds cute and flumpy, and Tammy Norrie, don't know, it doesn't sound fluffy and cute. Not that I'm, you know, mocking Gaelic. Lynn Dipple says, oh, I'll just trade in my PS4 for an Xbox and join the Team Inept. Oh, if you've got a PS4, you can play Elite on that. Don't get a laptop to play Elite Dangerous. Get yourself it on PS4. Although, if you get it on Xbox, you can use a Thrustmaster HOTUS T, whatever it's called, T1 HOTUS stick. Makes life much easier. But if you've got a PS4, play it on that. Weebadoodles is in. Hey, Weebadoodles. Finally got here, he says. Doing good. Chris, Paul at Team Inept says, Lynn, if you do get an Xbox, let us know. Yeah, if you do get one, give us a shout. We always have people join us playing ineptly on games. Let's have a look. We will have auditions, says Chris. Lynn says, okay, I'll fit in fine. Was going to borrow Tommy's Xbox first and have a look at Elite. Do it. Do it. It's jolly good fun. It requires a bit of thinking, but yeah. We are chatting, Fox. The shiniest Falcon says Weebadoodles. I have a poem for Bacon. Oh, Bacon, you make me feel good. Thank you, that is all, says James. Nimcinderin says about the thing where he's doing the Falcon. He's still paying him for it. Okay, well, that's fine. I was going to say, don't just do a whole Millennium Falcon just for some paint and brushes. The fact that a baby puffin is called a puffling makes them amazing, says Weebadoodles. Yes. They are. Do. Hang on, wait, what? Lynn Dipple says was. We are chatting, Fox. Did I say something wrong? Am I in trouble? Do. Right, let me give it a minute. I'm just cooling down for a moment. I'm drinking the coffee because it's so warm. But I think it's about time to do some giveaways. Might not last quite as long this show this week because it is so damn warm. I am sweating cobs at the moment. Let's do some giveaways. Let me get my stickers out. Right, where did I put them? I put them down somewhere. Oh, Canada. Hang on. Where did I... Hey folks, where did I put the stickers? Oh, it's carnage and collapse now. Right, there they are. There they are. Oh, what have we got? Oh, Chris, I found a load of Team Inept stickers. Got loads of them. Here, they were hidden. Right, so, we have lots and lots of stickers. Let's have a look at what we got. We've got some Team Inept and some model making guru. So I'll just give like one. I'll just do one of each. So if you win a sticker, you get a Team Inept and you get a model making guru. While stocks last. So, what we'll do. First thing you need to do, before we do this, I'll just reiterate. If you're watching this anywhere other than YouTube, so that you're not in the live chat, then you need to be in it to win it. If you want to win a fun sticker, just a little bit of fun. If you want to win a funky sticker, 2 stickers, click on the little YouTube icon on the bottom right of the page down here somewhere in the viewer. Click on that and you'll go to the YouTube page where you will see the live chat. On some devices you may not. If you're in the app, say on a tablet, you might need to go to the actual website, not the app. I can never remember how it works. But if you want to win a sticker, come and join us in the live chat, so we'll give it a minute. If you are in the live chat already, Lindable says cheese and onion, that's not the answer. If you are in the live chat already, before we do this, what I want you to do right now is refresh your browser, refresh the tab that you're watching this on. Because if you watch it for an hour or so, the longer you watch, the more out of sync the chat and the video can get. So before you do anything else right now, while I take a swig of coffee, hit the refresh button and just refresh the page. Do it now, do it now, do it now, write that down. Oh. Write that down. An experiment was carried out to see if refreshing the page enhances the chat. No, that was for Avi's comment, says Lynn. I'm confused. Zadster's come in just at the giveaway stage. Well done, Zadster. You timed it perfectly. Whatpla's in. Whatpla. Hello, Coffee, says Whatpla. Welcome, Whatpla. Chuffing warm here too, says Zadster. Just in time for the giveaway, says Whatpla. Yeah. Stickers. I knew you had loads, says Chris. Yeah, they were hidden under a thing. I'd like a sticker, says Mickle Pickle. Cheese and onion, says Len Dipple. Well, let's see. All we're going to do, I'm assuming you've all hit refresh by now. If you've not hit refresh, go and hit the refresh button up there somewhere. It's up there on your browser. If you're sensible using Chrome, where's the... If you're like, you know, a sensible person, use Chrome. I can't tell where my finger is on the camera. It's up here somewhere. Is it just there somewhere? Hit that refresh button. If you're a sensible person, use Chrome. If you're not using Chrome, all we're going to do is I'm going to ask some questions. Just silly, pointless questions. And all you need to do is answer in chat with the correct answer. And what I do is I just pick the first person I see in chat with the correct answer wins a sticker. Now, as always, same with the E-Models live streams. Keep in mind, I don't see chat the way you see chat. You see chat kind of tailored to yourself. I see chat, the first answer that YouTube receives is the first comment I see. So the first person that gets the right answer is the first person that YouTube received that thing from. So I see it's the first one I see. And we might do, should we do 4 today? I've got to think of 4 questions now. Right. So let's do some silly questions. James Longmore says his breakfast is ham and eggs and bacon and flapjacks or griddle cakes, pancakes and a waffle. I need all of that. What about if me or Chris get it right first? Well, you guys don't enter because you're not allowed to enter. You can't have a team in sticker. You've got them. This is not... If you're Chris and Paul, you can't enter this because that's not very fair. I'll send you some anyway. You've got some. Totally scale models. Hello. Right. On my end, I answered first last time, but somehow beat me to it on Fox's end. Yeah, it's because when you put it through, like I say, when you see the chat, it'll have it tailored towards you a little bit. I have tweaked the YouTube live system, so it's tailored towards more realistic, more live stream, more real-time chat, so there's less buffering and stuff, so it should be more accurate to what you guys see, but it'll always look different to me. But that's why I've got the chat here so you can see, you see. Right, let's do a question. Right, okay. First question. What are baby puffins called? Go. There you go. We just mentioned it 2 minutes ago. Ready your engine, says Weebadoodles. Frame shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Bang. Straight away the first answer. Weebadoodles. Pufflings. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I know he said it a minute ago, but hey, maybe he wasn't the fastest to type. So Weebadoodles, well done. Pufflings. Send me an email. I'll put my email address in the chat. Let me turn that monitor on. These are very easy. You just need to send me an email with your name and address. As always, it is Model Making Guru. I always spell it wrong when I type as well. Damn. Model Making Guru at gmail.com. I think I spelled that right. No, I missed a U off the end. Hey! At gmail.com. There we go. Model Making Guru at gmail.com. I can't type on telly, it's hard. So just pop me an email with your name and your address, and I'll get one of each sticker sent out to you. Let's do another question. Let's have a think. Okay, here we go. Here's one. This is completely random and out of the blue. What kind of helicopter in real life was Airwolf? Go. I want the manufacturer and the model. Spoons, says Lee Gallop about baby puffins. That's a good name for baby puffins. Spoons! Bot, there we go. Zadster Strain with the Bell 222. There we go, nice one. Spiddy Crate says Bell 22. It's 222. Sorry, Spid, you just missed that. But I'm sending you some stickers anyway. By the way, if you've got stickers, you're welcome to have more. If you want more, just join in. If you've got stickers and you don't want any more stickers, don't join in the answer, because then give someone else a chance. So Zadster, you got the Bell 222, well done. Bop it over on the email address to me. Black, says Chris and Mike Mountain. Well done. It was actually a gunmetal grey, but there you go. So yeah, Zadster, send me your name and address. I think you won something else before anyway, but just send me it again. As soon as I send your stickers out, I delete the email, just so you know, for given all the new data regulations and stuff. As soon as I've sent that sticker out to you, I delete the email. I don't keep it. I don't keep your name and address. So even if you mailed me before with it, I won't remember. I won't remember. Doodle 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 doodle. Zadster says, I'll email modelmakingguru@gmail.com. I got a mug from Ted, says Zaz. You got a mug, didn't you? Well, you get stickers from me now. There you go, see? It was a good week for you. Good couple of weeks. Lol, Dad got rivet counted on the colour of Airwolf. Haha, says Smoo. Yeah, well, it kind of looks black. I know, but my 2-key didn't accept the third hit, says Spid. I'd have donated the sticker down, just had to answer that one, being a huge Airwolf fan. Ah, there you go, no worries. You say that now, we have to take you at your word, but of course there's no way for us to know you didn't actually mean to put... Never mind, moving on. More coffee. Let's have a think. Let's have a think. Come back in a week when I've had a think. So again, send me your email, or send me an email. Let's have a think now. Can't think of a question. Let's have a think. I can't think of a question. God, this is actually really hard. I'll do the number, writing the number down at the end. But, you know, thinking of a question is really hard. By the way... Oh, excuse me. Burping. By the way, same as we do on the eModels live stream. If you have a question and answer that I can use for this part of the giveaway. So if you send me an email with a question and the answer to it, and I use that in the giveaways, I'll give you a sticker. So... same as you do the eModels thing. If you've got a question answer for this section, just pop it over to me on email, and if I use it, I'll give you a sticker. I have a question, says Team Inept. Yes, Paul. What is your question? Do you want to message me on Facebook, and then I'll see what it is, rather than put it in the where do babbies come from, or the better way to read that place? How is babby made? Send me a pic of my DVD box set as proof, gosh darn it. Also, I have theme in my head and I'll be humming it all day. Dave Wise talking. Dave Wise the Rum Gone Barker says he has a question. Dave always has a question. I'll just get my Facebook up and see if Paul sent me a question. Unless he was just joking and he just wants a sticker. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what's in my Facebook inbox, because what people sent me, that's not the right page. Well, no, nothing there yet. Okay, let's think of a question. God, you know, thinking of a question is really hard. Lee Gallop says, how could I go about buying a sticker? Don't actually sell them. I mean, if you want a sticker, all you have to do is email me and I'll send you a sticker anyway. This is just a bit of fun giveaway. If you don't win one in one of these giveaways and you want one, just mail me and I'll send you a sticker anyway. It's not, you know, I've got hundreds of them, so don't worry about it. It's just nice to join in this silly funness. Right, okay, let's think of a question, because I'm really waffling now and not coming up with questions. God damn it. This is really hard coming up with a question. Think about something. Think about something. Okay, here's one that may require some... Oh. Iron in the Fire sent me a question. Paul sent a question. Spiddycrate is also a fan of Blue Thunder, and it's ridiculous, but nah, Blue Thunder was terrible. Blue Thunder wasn't cool. Blue Thunder was not awesome. Right, let's see. We sent the question. Right. What? Yeah, Paul, you're going to have to give me the answer because I can't remember the answer to that either. So Paul has sent me a question, but I have no idea what the answer is. You need to give me the answer as well, Paul. Please be typing, please. Because I can't remember. I don't remember what we spoke about 5 minutes ago. Yes, if you do send me a question to ask for the giveaways, make sure you give me the answer as well, Paul. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, not everybody was here at that point in the stream now, Paul, so... Yeah, I'll go and ask that one anyway. Earlier on in the stream, we mentioned a video game that me, Paul and Chris, we do Team Inept. As well as Elite Dangerous, we did a video of a particular video game. We mentioned a video game earlier on. Can you remember what that was? Go. I know not everybody will have seen that part of the stream, but there was a game that we described as worse than Big Rigs. I bet nobody gets it. No, not Destiny. Not Barbie's Dreamland. Halo, no. It was a game that Paul played. There we go. Well, Nate Bliss has put horse racing, so I'll give him that. It was horse racing 2016, so it's horse racing. So that'll do. So Nate, well done. Send me your name and address, and we'll send you some stickers. It was horse racing 2016, the worst game I've ever seen. Okay. Iron is in the fire says undeliverable. I did misspell it. It's model. I'll put it in the chat again for you. Iron is in the fire. It is model making guru at gmail.com. I did spell it wrong the first time. Although I've just had an email from... Oh, it's a name and address. There you go. Brilliant. Or was it the question? Hang on. Hang on. Let me just have a look. Let me have a look at my emailings. I've had something come through. Paul says you only had to watch it. You had to play the damn thing. Emails. That's not emails. Let's see what this is. Oh no, it's a message from Mike. I've got your email, thank you. Right, okay, one last one. We'll do one last one, and it'll be the classic I'll write a number down. It is a number between... Okay, so I've written a number on the back of my hand. It's here, you can't see it. It's a number between 93 and 103. Go. 42, 42, 6, no, between 93 and 103. 99, no. I don't even know what that was, Chris. Whoa, it's moving really fast now. Jared B says 94. There you go. Jared B, well done. You've won yourself some stickerage. So again, send me an email with your name and address. Shall we do... Now, Dave did send me a question. So we do one more. So we've got 5, giving away 5 today. Giving away 5 things. I've got to try and find it now. Oh, there we go. Dave sent us another little quick one for you then. We do one more. Dave sent me a... Dave, of course, I'll need to send you some stickers. Yes, so anyway, just thinking then, my brain suddenly just stopped. One question from Dave. Dead easy one, this one, hopefully. You've been paying attention. Again, fastest finger first. How many people are in Team Inept? I've said who's in it. How many people are in Team Inept? Go. It's me and some other people. How many people? Straight away, Nim Cinderin says 3. There you go. Bang. Nim, send me your details again. Again, if you've already won some stickers before and you've already sent me your details, send them again anyway, because I don't keep the email. As soon as I send the sticker out, I delete your email, so I don't have a record of your name and address. So there you go. So well done. That's a lot of giveaways today. We'll get all those sent out. As always, I tend to do them in batches. So I've got, I think, winners from last week and the week before to do. And I tend to do them all in one go, rather than keep going back and forth to the post office. If you're in the UK, I've got a letterbox at the end of my avenue, so I just tend to do that more often. If you're outside the UK, I tend to do it once or twice a month. I just send them all out en masse, get down, because I don't get a chance to get to the post office all the time. So don't worry if you don't get them straight away. I've got all the record of who's won. Some other notes. So I've still got a couple of weeks worth of stickers to send out. They've not gone yet. I've already mailed Tony the prize from last week, the diary, the journal, the Warhammer journal. That's not gone out yet. Because I'm waiting for Patreon payday at the start of next month, because I'm skint at the minute, so I've got that to send out, plus the winners from Tuesday's draw. They'll all go out at the start of next month. So Tony's already, I've already told Tony he's fine. So yeah, stay tuned. If you're not had your stickers yet, don't panic, they're on the way. I'll just do them all. It's like Ted when he goes to the post office once a month, basically. Right, so there we have some lovely, lovely stickery giveaway. But like I say, if you want some stickers anyway, just bang me an email, I'll send you some. I'm not fussed. It's fine. It's just a bit of fun to see everybody fighting over who gets stickers. It's uncountable. Everyone is too inept to count it, says Chris the Pyro. Still bacon. Team inept answering his own question. Brilliant. I was being silly and just typed Q. Gundam, says Mike Mountain. Mike Mountain's on the naughty start. Right. So where are we up to? Now I can't crack on with work again. I can't sand this down yet because I've got to let that glue dry. But nothing's stuck. You can see the piston still moves. What's next? Can I build anything onto there yet? But so I can still sand and clean up. I think I can. That's that there. We've done that bit. I don't want to make the big chain sword. We want to make the grabby hand of slappiness. Right, so we need... What we're doing in chat. Got to love the inept pimpage today, says Chris. Just missed it, bummer. Oh, we've done that already. Lol, says Mike Mountain. I'll clean a space on my modelling bits and Bob's toolbox thing, says Zadstick. Jolly good. Stick it to your face. Or put it on your car windscreen or something. I've got one on my rear windscreen in my car and it's still on there. It's funny, these stickers, the stickers my model making guru ones, they kind of stick to some things really well and they stick to some other things badly. Like they don't really want to stick to wood for some reason, which is porous, but they're quite happy to stick to a car windscreen and not come off, even though it get rained on and everything else. It's really weird. They're kind of the wrong way around because they're team inept. They're inept stickers. So what do I need? I need A45 and A46 and also A54 and A55. A55 speed limit 40 miles an hour. So we want A45 and A46. That is not the A sprue. A sprue. This is A sprue. A45, A46. Where are you? I don't even know what they look like. A45, A46, 45 and 46. There we go. Yeah, so with these I'm having to leave a little bit of nub on there because they don't cut as nicely as the God hands. Beep 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 beep. 45 and 46. Let's get those pieces out of the sprue. Ooh, Nate Bliss. All these stickers must generate a bit of stamp expense. Let me chip in a bit. Thank you very much, Nate. So you go. That's what a super chat looks like, guys. It's a nice big colour box. So thank you very much. That's very kind of you. It's like think of it like it's like a way to donate and chip into a tip jar, basically. It helps keep this channel going. So it's a nice thing to do. So thank you very much for that, Nate. It's much appreciated. Afraid not. It's a little one. I think it was £4, says Zadster. I've missed something there. Hang on. I'll come back to the chat in a bit. Let me get these bits stuck together. Yes, thank you for that, Nate. That's really, really appreciated. Brilliant. Thank you very much. A54 and A55. A54. Put me Sharpie away. Best thing about these Hobby Zone drawers are the little holes in the top. You can just slide a Sharpie in there, no problem. A40. What was after? A54 and A55. A54 and A55. Where are they? That's 12. What do they look like? What do they look like? Like them things. Okay. So here we see A55, 55A. Oh, and there's A54. There we go. I was about to complain that A54 wasn't labelled, because it wouldn't be the first time a part hasn't been labelled on a sprue on one of these kits. Get that off. A55. Try and do it on camera, dear. Move this pad back a bit so I can get some space. A55. It's very warm and sticky at the moment. I may have to have another shower later on, because moist. Right. Where are we? So we have these two little pieces. So you can see it left quite a big nub on the piece there with these thingies. Oh, Tony, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tony. Very, very much appreciated to you too. Lovely, lovely. I thank you very much. That's awesome. Thank you. I say it all just chips in. Helps keep this channel going. Because you know I love you all, really. So let's get this little nub off. That's really kind of you guys. I really appreciate that. It is awesome when that happens. I've said this before, you know, and this isn't because you just popped a couple of super chats through it, but I have said this before. I consider myself very, very lucky with my followers and people that follow my channel and the brand of nonsense that I do. Because you get so many channels where, you know, people that do this kind of thing and they get toxic comments and they get toxic followers and they get all kinds of problems. But my followers, all you guys, you're just the best. It's like I've said before, in all my years doing this, I've had maybe 2 or 3 toxic YouTube comments. That's it. In several years. And you know how bad YouTube comment sections are. I mean, Jesus. It's like Lord of the Flies in there. And in all that time, I've had maybe 2 or 3 at the most. So I can't thank you guys enough for being just awesome people. And it's like I always say, I always like to, you know, profusely thank my patrons who do keep me financially supported. Their patronage keeps me doing this. It's my source of income. But for all my followers who aren't patrons, I love you guys just as much. Because without any of you, you know, without any of you, I'd just be sitting here doing this for no reason whatsoever. So, the fact, my followers are just the best. I can count the number of times I've had issues with someone, like on one hand. And even then I'd have to think hard about it for a while. I'll do the sanding on that in a minute. I've just pinged some parts across there, haven't I? Even then I'd have to think about it for a while. Put some effort into thinking about it. So, I don't thank you guys enough for being awesome and actual normal people and not just, you know, nuts that cause problems. You're all just brilliant people. I've made so many good friends doing this. So many good lifelong friends. Anyway, before I get all gushy. Don't want to get all gushy. Oh, Lynn. Lynn, thank you. You as well. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Here you go, Fox, just for being Fox. Yay! Good idea, Nate. Great idea, Nate. And Nate's original comment was for the stickers. Thank you very much. God, you guys are awesome. I'm filling up here a little bit. It's really nice of you. I have to keep checking the chat just in case anything pops up. You guys rock. Ow. Nearly stabbed myself, but not quite. There we go, that's them done. I just need to hang on, somebody's off somewhere. Who's flying somewhere? Right, got ahead and catch my flight. Good streaming, everyone. Take care. So, Jerry, thank you for coming along, Jerry. I will catch up with the chat in a minute. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, I count myself as so lucky. The experience I've had as a YouTuber and a content provider, and, you know, someone who runs a, not a forum, but an internet group, the Boom Hut. As someone who runs a group which can be a toxic monkey shit fight at the best of times, not that it actually is, but, you know, running a group on Facebook can be the worst of monkey shit fights. And yet, the Boom Hut is an absolute dream. It runs itself. You guys look after yourselves. You don't require much interference from me. The odd thing here and there, but other than that, I always say, you know, it's the best online Facebook model making community, and I stand by it, because again, I can count on the number of, on the fingers on one hand, the number of times I've actually had to do any kind of administering on the Boom Hut, because I just don't need to. You guys just take care of it yourselves. And whenever anybody does step out of line, you will jump on them anyway. So I couldn't ask for better followers. Couldn't ask for better people to follow me. I'm going to have to scroll all the way back up the chat again in a minute when I catch up. Yeah, there's the YouTube. Nobody gives me nonsense on the YouTubes. As I've had a handful of, you know, and actually, having said that, even I've not really had any toxic comments. I've had like some snarky things. You know, somebody might the day said, "Please stop with all the crap music in the background." It's like, okay, it's just background music. Just ignore it. But that's about as bad as it ever gets. That wasn't even a snarky. That was just somebody saying that. It's like, okay, well, that's fine. It's kind of the way I do things. So it's not going to change, but that's about as bad as it gets. So I'm really lucky. I'm really, really lucky, because you guys are just the best. And I have to say, and this is like glomming onto the thing, but I have to say, nothing gives me more pleasure than watching somebody come into the Boom Hut. Somebody new come into the Boom Hut. I've taken a gouge out of that there. Look, see, that's the downside with those nippers. Somebody new comes into the Boom Hut and asks a question, and everybody helps. Everybody helps out. I think that's brilliant. Just in case, because there might be people that don't know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what the Boom Hut is, it is a Facebook model making group that I set up. It's facebook.com/groups/model boom hut. It is, in my opinion, as I've said, the best Facebook internet. Wait, I'll start that sentence again. It is, in my opinion, the best Facebook group for model makers. It's super friendly. Everyone's really supportive. Everyone's kind of a nutter, which is brilliant, because it just makes it very casual. There's no rivet counting or belittling or snark or insulting or anything like that. We don't actually allow it. We forbid it. And, you know, it's very rare we actually have to do anything about it. Let's just be honest here. We don't allow it. So it's a very welcoming environment for anybody, from absolute beginner to professional hardcore, you know, model maker. So facebook.com/groups/model boom hut. We do actually have a Discord as well, by the way, that not a lot of people know about, because I don't really post up about it much. There is a Discord. I can't put a link to it up here because this is a live stream. But I think on my normal YouTube videos, there normally is a Discord link. So go and check that out. What's next? I need to leave that for a minute to dry. So let me take a little wee break here for a swig, maybe a little bit of a smoky smoke, because you know I'm a filthy dirty smoker. I don't hide that. We're all adults here. And I'll see what chat's been doing. Yes, if you're not in the Boom Hut, go and join it. It's a really, 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 really good community of people. Right, where are we up to? Don't forget, of course, again, for those of you who are new, if you've not watched any of my stuff before, if you're new to this video and stuff, I don't just do Warhammer. This is just my regular Sunday Warhammer thing. I do also lots of other things like Gunpla and other builds as well. I do builds3models.co.uk, so do make sure to like and subscribe and click the notifications bell so you can get a notification every time I post something up new. There is a video going up tomorrow in early access for patrons, and there is one in early access for patrons now, which should be up next Friday for everybody else. And don't forget, if you'd like to help support this channel, I am actually on Patreon. The thing, I hate pointing this out and I hate talking about it because I'm British. I don't like to ask for money, but hey, there you go. Right, where are we up to? Somebody's delivering something. Mike Mounty says, I will peel some spuds while I'm on the naughty step then. Mash anyone? Bung some sausages and onion gravy with them, Dad? Noms. Sorted, says Mike. But is that Smoo Industries modelling bits and bobs keep stuff in one place? Toolbox things, Adster. So basically, Dad is making bangers and mash for everybody. Yay! Dave Wiser on Gumbarker. I'm going to be on the naughty step for weeks. I'm looking at the stash thinking, Zaft Aegis, it's Gundam times. Yeah. For those that don't know Smoo, go and check out Smoo's channel. Smoo's in the chat there. He has a group as well called Smoo's Dungeon, which is a nice little group. And there's a group, him and a group of friends that do a regular Saturday live stream. Live with the crew, Smoo and the crew, on Saturdays at, I think, 7:30. Correct me if I'm wrong, Smoo. And it's just him and a few guys hanging out, Dave and Mike and sometimes Colin and Gordon Bennett, is not a real name, and other guys that just hang out, and I go on there occasionally. It's a real nice gang. And I've forgotten what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, they do a birthday pool where each of the members, each month they put money in, well, we put money in and we send presents to each other. So when Dave Wiserum Gumbarker got his present, it was a big Gundam and loads of other bits. And they have an ongoing joke that if you mention Gundam, you have to go and sit on the naughty step. Tony Blackwell says, the sun has made its way round to this side of the building, starting to get hot now. Just cue porn music. I kind of feel like one of the cool kids, even though I only contributed bacon comments. You are one of the cool kids. Everybody in chat is one of the cool kids. People that follow me, they are the cool kids. There should be a donate bacon button. Yeah, but it'd be cold by the time. Oh, then again, cold bacon's actually fine. Spid says, thank you kindly, Mike. I don't. I'm a cheap ass and use Tommy Walsh Poundland making tapes. Talking about modelling tape dispensers. That's incredibly nice of you guys, says Spid. It is. I'm well made up. Thank you very much. You seem more real, not like... Oh, you seem more... Wow, can't talk, it's too hot. You seem more real than most YouTubers, says Lee Gallup. What it is, basically, is I'm an idiot. I can't really be fake on camera because I'm just an idiot. I mean, if you know me in real life, you know I'm a buffoon. I'm an idiot. I'm dumb. I can't really be fake on camera because I don't know how to be fake. I'm just... If you're an idiot to start with, you can't really be anything less than an idiot, so... There you go. Let's have a look. Yeah, sorry about that, Fox. Lol, wasn't really me. Haha. I can't remember what we're talking about there. Tony Blackwell, I need to steer well clear of YouTube comments. Totally Scum Models, that's because you're a nice bloke. Slightly mad, but hey, we all are, really. Right, go ahead and got us a flight. We've done that one. There's Lynn's payment. Thank you very much. Lynn's little donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, that's not even real money, Lynn, says Chris, because it's in space dollars. Dave Riser on Gumbarker had a message retracted. Dave, what did you type? Because you can type all kinds of stuff. Don't forget, by the way, I didn't say it at the start, but this is not the eModels chat, so I don't mind if there's the occasional bit of rudeness or swear words in chat. I don't tend to do swearing in my actual proper videos because I kind of happen to like monetization, so I like to make money off my videos. It's my income, so I don't mind. I don't tend to swear myself, but I don't mind swearing in chat. You can say rude things, and yes, you can feel free to plug your own stuff in my chat. I don't mind if you want to, shout out your own channels and things. That's absolutely fine. My chat's moved Chat moved. Where's it gone? Dave says, Mum, 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 get the damn flannel ready. Fox is thinking. Yeah, I have to have a lie down now. Sent to join. Always nice to have another group to share and see stuff in. Totally. Oh yeah, totally. Totally Skull Models has got a group as well. Go and check that out. Boom Hut is the best hut on Facebook. Such a great mix of genre and friendly peoples. Yeah, thank you very much. We tie you up and bung you in a cell on ours, says Smooth. Yeah, Smooth's Dungeon is Smooth's group. Lynn, says Spid, how do you visually impaired folks deal with your same size banknotes there? Our UK ones are different sizes, and I noticed when I visited California, they're all the same there. Spid, we just guessed. Lol, says Lynn. That's why the numbers are so big, Spid. Tried posting the link to the Discord, but it wouldn't let me, says Nim. Yeah, you can't. If you give me a second, I'll post it now. It's because only moderators and me can post links in. Actually, Chris or Paul, if you guys are... Can you post the link to Discord, or I'll do it now? I just have to go and open Discord up. In fact, I'll go and do it now. Give me a second. Let me find Discord. And let me find the link. I shall post the link for the Discord. Can't remember where I put it. Discord stuff, that could be it. Let's have a look. Links, there we go. Boom Huts, there we go. Okay, so this is the link for the Discord for the Boom Hut. Where's the chat gone? That's the link for the Discord for Boom Hut, and it's just a place to hang out. Again, it's just like the Boom Hut, but if you're not, some people don't like using Facebook, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But it's 24/7, it's live, so you can have live conversations with people. And there's also voice chat if you want to use it. So I started the Discord because some people don't like Facebook, and Facebook is not exactly live. So there you go. So do feel free to join the Discord. It's a good bunch of nutters in there. Smooth says, thanks for the shout out. And yes, those Japanese mechanized robots will get you on the naughty step. Yes. Smooth's gang is basically a group of cantankerous old men who don't understand young people. There you go. Get off my lawn. So Gumpler confuses them and scares them. Doesn't really. They're all the same age as me. But yeah, I do watch Smooth's live stream on a Saturday night. It's very good. I sometimes join in. But it's all craziness. Oh, Chris actually posted the Discord link as well. Okay, well, brilliant. Thank you, by the way, Fox. I've been whistling Oh Canada all week. It is the best piece of music ever written by human beings. I think. I don't understand Discord, says Chris. Well, I've posted it anyway. There you go. I can vouch for Fox being a goofball, says Smoke. I have acquired Mr. Kipling Angel Slices, says Chris the Pirate. Whoa. You're welcome, Fox. Anything to help out a friend, says Lim. Thank you very much. From the bottom of my... From the heart... I mean, the cockles of my heart. He's typed the answer to why is Rum gone Fox. Now we'll never know. Pineapple, says Ghostliar. Weebadoodles. Can I say rude things like bottom? You can say much ruder things than that if you want. P.S. Fox, we don't speak Gaelic in Orkney. Well, you put Gaelic. I know you don't speak Gaelic, but do you speak Gaelic? So what, is it Orcadian? I don't know. I guess it's Orcadian. I'm 19 and I don't understand young people, says Chris the Pyro. Thanks for your support, Chris the Pyro, says Mike Mountain. Lol, James Lormore says fart. Cool. Right, so how are we doing on this thing? Well, I should be glued together enough now for me to assemblate the next bit. How long have we been going? We've been going for about 2¼ hours. Gasp, says Zadster. Gas masks on, everyone. Right, so where are we up to? This has gone together, so this needs to go on. The funny thing is, in reality, this will probably take me about... This is about 2 minutes of building in the real world. When I'm doing a live stream, it takes me hours. I really am not efficient at doing things on telly, am I? Doing things on telly's hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to... I'm not going to glue things into place now, like the arm joints, yet. Because what I want to do is get the thing assembled. And then see how loose or tight you are. How tight it is. See how stiff the arm is. And whether I need to glue it. I might not need to do anything with it, so I might be able to leave it as it is. It might be tight enough. Ooh. So that needs to go there, that goes on there like that. Oh, more fingers and thumbs today. Yes, we speak Orcadian. It's a dialect of Old Norse and Scandinavian languages. I still think puffin's a better word than the Orcadian word. However, it does give you the most fantastic accent, which is dreamy. It's kind of rude. Oh, with the falling apart. Let's get this thing glued together. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That goes like that. Do 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 do. Oh no, hang on, wait. No. Stupid boy. That needs to go in there. Right, so that needs to go in there. So let's just not glue that just yet. Let's let that glue dry off. Oh, so it's all going wrong. Mine's my World of Warcraft tag, which happens to be my name, says Zadster. Oh, Smooth says, I've just realised I joined your Discord, but it's my gaming tag that's on there. Yeah, it's fine. It's actually designed for... Discord was designed to be a chat service outside of... So if you're playing a game that doesn't have like an in-game chat service, you can use Discord. But we just use it as a hangout, but you can use it for gaming as well, so... If you have an Xbox, it is now linked to Xbox as well. So you can link it to your friends list and stuff. Sally James, says Mike Mountain. That's why all this fell apart, because subconsciously I saw that at the corner of my eye and everything went, oh, Sally James, oh. Yeah. Then I started thinking about wet t-shirts. I'm looking at getting the Master Grade Exia Dark Matter Gundam, which means I'll have to join Dave on the naughty step. No, says Lynn. Haha, Fox said stiff, says Mike Mountain. Fox, speak in Scots English. I can't. I can't do it. If I try and do that kind of accent, it's like a really soft, lilting kind of English soft. It's got a hint of, say, Edinburgh and kind of the Highland crofters kind of accent to it, but it's got other stuff as well. It's got a hint of the Scandic twang in there. It's just a really nice accent. You have to pronounce the S's as SH, like, oh yes, yes. Lots of little soft S's and things. It's brilliant. I love Scott's accent. I can't even begin to try and replicate it. I can do, like, you know, strong, this kind of thing, and even that's not great. I think I do the best Scottish accent in the world, but then Smooth just says it's shit. So, yeah, it probably is. Right, this is being a pain in the bum, because I have to get this on here, like that, you see, but not glue it in place to the top half of the arm, which means I've basically got this bit of arm to glue, which is not ideal. So what I might do is use the thick glue. Awan balger heed your bampot, says Smooth. 8-8. Awan balger heed. Great big numpty. You calling me a tube? You great big numpty. So that needs to go like that. In there. And then somehow I have to have 14 hands to now carefully. Oh, fail. Oh, fail. Epic failing. It's what we do best. You get in there like that. Stick in the... There you go. Excellent. Oh. Das ist wunderbar. Right, so that's that stiggled together. And what I can do here is use the thin glue. Chris is pimping the Team Inept Discord channel twice. Yes, there is a Team Inept one where you can do gaming stuff. There is also a Patreon exclusive Discord channel, but you have to be a patron to get access to that. If you are a patron already and you didn't know there was a Discord channel, drop me a line and I'll give you the address. Basically, you join it, but you won't see anything until I give you access to it, because it's patron exclusive. Right, so that's there. Now we've still got the seams on this thing to clean up when that's done and done. And it goes about that far, which is a bit gimpy. That's not right. Ah, here we go again. It's the wrong way around. It's all gone wrong. Right, this is the advantage of the Tamiya glues. You can screw things up and then fix it later. So that needs to go. We've been here before, haven't we, with these things going the wrong way around. That needs to go that way. There we go, that's better. I did tell you the making part is not my favourite bit. A, because I always screw it up. B, this part actually bores me. It's the painting and weathering I like. But there's nothing wrong with making mistakes. Everybody makes them. As long as you rectify them quick enough that you don't end up ruining a build, you're fine. So that's that. Squish that together. So that is that bit. Done and done. Squish. So we've got some seam lines to clean up there, which can be tricky to get to that bit, but it's better to do it than just sit around and wait for that glue to set. I'm just going to keep moving this, because if I've got any glue that's oozed through, I need to make sure it doesn't stick. Now that is quite loose and floppy to matron. So once the arm is actually completely assembled, we'll see what it comes out like. Tickly cough. We'll see what it comes out like. If it is particularly loose and wibbly wobbly, we'll just glue it all in place. Now there are a couple of things I need to do. There's a piston that goes on the back here, and there are a couple of cables that go here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to not put those on yet, because I need to clean up these seam lines. So I need all that glue to set properly before I start cleaning up those seam lines. So let's have a look. Now this is where Thand goes. So I think what we can do, I think we should get the hand assembled, and then we'll call it a show, I think, for this week. So let me get the bits for the hand. There are only a few, apparently. So they're all on the A sprue. We're not going to do these bits, because that's bits I need to do later on when I fix those seams. All on the A sprue, which is fantastic, because it means all on one sprue, which is that one. So we need A 49 and 41. These should all be fairly easy to identify, because they all look like giant hand bits. So 49. Oops, don't cut through that bit there. 41. I shall check in with the chat again in a moment. A49. Now this is a bit like a Gundam, this. A Gumpler. Because you've got the inner frame parts for the hand and then the armour that goes on the outside. Yes. So if you're into making your Gumplers, and you've never thought about doing a Warhammer, and you're kind of thinking about a Warhammer kit, give the Imperial Knight a go. It's not really anything like a Gumpler, but it's sort of similar. Sort of. Now, I need to get these in the right order now. So we have A53 thumb. Now this is where I may actually use my god hands, because these are quite small nubs, but they're also quite fiddly to get to. So I might actually use the god hands here, purely because of size. They're quite small nubs on these bits, so I don't have a problem. Oh, it's already been cut by some reason, somehow. Bizarre. Oh. Maybe I do have a problem. I can't get any damn clippers in there to cut these things off. Wow. Fiddliness. Get that off there. That's the thumb joint. Thumb. And then we have 43, 44 and 42. So 43 is this one. I've got to kind of keep these in the right place now because I don't want to get them the wrong way around. 43. Is that one. (43). 44 is this one. Thankfully, on the sprue, I've got to give them credit for this. On the sprue, they actually put them in the right order, in the order that you plan them to the hand. I'll give them credit for that. 44, and then 42, which is that one. Wow, this is sprue action all over the place here, isn't it? So the fingers go that way. There we go. I also need the armour piece, which will go on the outside, but we're not attaching that yet anyway. Oh, that's it. Okay, so that's the hand. So just these 5 parts. So let's get these cleaned up, get them put together. We'll have a chat on the chat, and then we'll have a show then, I think. So let's get these bits cleaned up. I'm getting emails pinging through. Whoever's mailing me things, thank you. See what's happening in chat. Quick look. How much have we got? Cool. Right. Let's get these done really quickly, because I think I've just shed about £6 in the last couple of hours with the warmth. I'll get the big nubs off first, just carefully. These aren't too bad for taking nubs off once you've actually got it off the sprue, because you can just trim them away. But when you're getting it off the sprue, you want to leave a bit behind, because when you're trying to angle it off, that's when you can take a gouge out of the plastic. There's a very strange high-pitched noise coming from outside. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's coming out on camera. It's like maybe somebody's hoovering, or there's just kind of some enormous mosquito outside my room. I think somebody might be hoovering their car. Do 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 do. Do it on camera, dear. I told you, I marked the screen there where the centre of the screen is, and then I'm doing it all down here. I told you that. Did I not tell you that? I told you that. Just close that thing down. I need to close down a few tabs here. I've got a million tabs open that I don't need. There we go. Do, 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 do. So anyway, I hope you've all had a good weekend. It's been beautiful here in the UK, in this part of the UK. So Manchester area, northwest. It's been very, very nice and warm and sunny, so been plenty of sitting outside in the garden time. And by sitting outside in the garden, I mean playing Elite Dangerous. Pretty much. Just get these bits sanded down. Yeah, no biggie giveaways today. As I said last week when we were doing the giveaway for the diaries, because I got a second one. I love doing giveaways. I absolutely adore doing giveaways because I like to give something back. It makes me happy when I'm able to give something back to you guys. Because you guys give me your support, and, you know, and your feedback, and some of you help me out financially, and some of you just hang around. And as I say, I've made some good friendships doing this, but I like to give something back every now and then. It makes me nice and happy and fuzzy inside. But it really depends on if I've got something in my stash that I'm never going to build, so I can get rid of it. I can sort of give it away, or sometimes if I can afford to, I'll buy something just for a giveaway. So, but that's not going to happen at the moment, you know, skin and all that. But like I said in last week's show, if any of you out there are manufacturers or you work for a retailer and you want a bit of a free plug, free PR, I'm more than happy for you to send me stuff to be given away as giveaway prizes. So if you're a manufacturer or retailer, if you've got a company that makes, I don't know, 3D print things, or you make resin add-on parts or anything like that, do feel free to hit me up, and I'll give away anything. It doesn't even have to be model making related. You could make, I don't know, surgical splints and I'll give them away. It doesn't matter what you do. I'll give anything away. And you get a free plug. So do let me know. Other bit of news. If you remember, I did do the Modifius Fallout Wasteland Warfare figures a few weeks ago. They sent me the first 4 figures from their first initial release. They're brilliant. They're gorgeous little resin figures. If you've not checked them out, go and check it out. They have said to me they'll be sending me some more when they do the next release, the next wave, because they asked me to. They said, you know, can we keep you on our books as somebody who does videos content for us? I'm like, yeah, sure, go for it. So hopefully, this is hard to get to. Modifius will be sending me more little things to paint. So I don't know when. I don't know when the next sort of wave is for their tabletop releases, but they will be, which is cool. If you've not checked them out, do go and check them out. It's modifius.com or modifius.net, M-O-D-I-P-H-I-U-S. They do a number of different things, but the thing they're doing at the minute is Fallout Wasteland Warfare, which is just a tabletop miniatures game in the Fallout universe. It's 28mm scale, and even if you don't want to play the game, some of the models are fantastic. They're all resin, but they look incredible, and they're great fun to paint. Okay, this is quite hard to sand now because there's spiky bits. Spiky bits! Yeah, that's somebody else's channel. I shouldn't do that, really. I'll just say the name of somebody else's channel randomly, why don't I? Fine, go and check out Spiky Bits. YouTube channel is very good. Does Warhammer stuff. I can't really say that and then not give him a shout out, can I? I just kind of said it without thinking Spiky, and then it's like, oh wait, that's actually a channel. Hello. Yeah. That's that bit done. Need to keep these in the right order. Damn, I've already got them. That's the thumb. Right, I've already lost track of which one of these is which now. See, this is the problem, you see. I think it's safe to say that I don't know. It's already gone wrong. I've already messed them up. I could go back and check the video, but I can't do that because it's a live stream. You're an idiot, Fox. See, I told you I was an idiot. Did I not say... Oh, they're all the same. Did I not say I am an idiot? Spiky bit. Yeah, never mind. Moving on. Anyway, yes. I forgot to mention, actually, last week I was talking about channels that I subscribe to and watch and was recommended. I forgot to mention Spiky Bits. I can't remember if I mentioned last week when I was doing my YouTube subscriptions, the Yamix, Y-A-M-I-K-S, the Yamix. He does Elite Dangerous, amongst other things, he does Elite Dangerous videos, and they're actually really funny. I think I might have mentioned him, I can't remember now, it's too late now. Now there are some seam lines on these, do it up here dear, there are some seam lines on these fingers, but I'm going to be chipping and weathering this anyway, you're not going to see them. And it kind of, it's like the inner frame part, so it just adds to the character of it. They're going to be dry brushed and stuff, so I'm not too fussed about the seam line going down the middle because it's very faint. And we'll see what it comes out. I mean, once I've primed it, and we'll see how it looks. It should be fine. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's not always, you don't always have to get rid of every single sort of seam line and mark. Sometimes it's worth just leaving some things because you could spend hours working on something and then it goes into a model and you never actually see that bit because it's hidden away. So let's have a look. Just make sure I'm not missing anything in chat very quickly. Anything I need to know about? I do get carried away doing what I'm doing and then I don't realise that like half an hour ago somebody asked me a question. Yeah. I've already messed up these fingers. I don't know which finger's which. Oh well. Never mind. So I'll just get this scrubbed off there. That bit scrubbed off there. Again, I'm not putting too much effort into clean up on the Zaku on this build, because this is going to be the battered Zaku. When I start doing things like Char's Zaku, that's going to have to be nice, clean and pimped. So I'm going to have to make that one look good. Right, so those are the bits for the hand. To make the hand, thus, videos are following. We apply these two pieces together, yeah, das ist richtig, like that, you see. So we'll get those bits done first. So it is that one there. I'm going to put a bit of glue on the inside. This will probably dry up really quick, but that's fine, because all I need to do is just get it together. And then I can run glue around the inside. Zip. Zip. Caterpillar action, doing its thing. Sucking the glue into the little gaps. Brilliant. As brilliant as. Squish the glue out, like here where the join is on the wrist. I can sand that back when it's dried to get rid of the little seam line. Brilliant. And then we have te fingers. Well, first of all we have te thumb, which is te there, which has that bit there, which is a bit rubbish, but never mind. Can't do much about that. How's that going to go in? Is that going to go in? Oh, I see. It might actually be covered up because it goes in like... Let's put the fingers on first before I start putting the thumb on, because the thumb always looks weird if you get it wrong. So fingers. Where do you want to see those fingers? They just sit in like that. So theoretically, they're glued in. They're not going to be posable like a gumpler, so you can have them however you want. However you want. Get that one in. This one could go in there. I think that might be the middle one, because that one seemed a tad bigger. So we'll just glue that in there. Doesn't really matter so much, I don't suppose. That is bigger, that one, so that's that. Pose to taste, like dilute to taste. Get some glue going in there. Little bit of glue for the little finger. He's kind of going, ha. So they're not posable like a gumpler, but you can kind of put them in any position you want. Only got one joint on them. And then of course we have the thumb, which I will put here like... How do we want this now? I don't really want that hole sticking out, but then that puts his thumb there, which looks really... Oh no, then again, maybe. He's kind of going, ha ha ha. I don't know. Let's just get some glue in there and then we can wiggle it around a bit. Wiggle it just a little bit. Now I think we're going to have a little pit hole showing there, but again I'm not too fussed. We can live with that. Doesn't really want to fit in though. Very easily. Wow, it really doesn't want to fit in. Oh, there we go. Yes. There we go. Okay, that's cool. So you can glue it in place and you can cover up that little hole and it's still a reasonable pose. There we go. She's going, welcome, come in, sit down, please sit down. So there you go. You can pose them however you want, but that looks kind of cool. There we go, that's done. Right, so that is on. Fingers are done. There is some armour that goes around the outside, but again, I'm leaving that off till... Ooh, nearly. Tilt end. There's anything else to go on the wrist? I think that's it. That's it to go on the hand. And then that will just glue on there, you see. So you have the arm there. And then you have the hand. It's a very short arm. I'm sure there's a bit that goes in the middle. No, it really is that short. That glues on there like that. So then you have the dropping. That goes on. Hang on, let me get that right. So that goes there. And then that goes there. Hello. Not a mucho. So there you go, done. There's the hand. That's quite cool. I like that. If you've never made one of these things before, the beauty of these things is amazing. The detail on these pieces. Right, so today we have built that and that. Wow. Oh, we put that together. Again, you don't watch this program to see me do a lot of work. But we'll leave those to dry. So that's basically all the inner frame parts and some of the outer armour done. So these will get... That'll get glued onto there. We can assemble all that now. I might actually glue the arm into a pose, but we'll see how that goes. I'll glue that together. But I think what we'll do, let's see how long we've been going for. Going for 2¼ hours. So what I shall do, I think we'll call it a show there, because I'm not going to get much else done now. I need to make the other arm. We can either do that next weekend or I'll have done it by then. Because once that's done, it's just really painting this, so we'll move on to building the next thing. So let's have a quick last look at the chat and see what we're doing. Zoom in a little bit so I can see. Mike, I remember the ZX Spectrum and the C64, says Spid. I never had a C64. We had a Spectrum, and then we had a Spectrum Plus, which is brilliant. Then we had an Atari 400 with the keyboard, the flat keyboard. Every time you touched the key, it was the flat keyboard. It was great. Frankie goes to Hamburg. Das ist wunderbar, wie die Kuh mit Pferden... Got that wrong. Das ist wunderbar, wie die Kuh mit Pferdehaar. I pronounced that wrong. BBC B here, none of that foreign stuff, says Chris. Was that the super duper one with the cassette built into the side mat? I think they're talking about well, obviously they're talking about all computers. I don't know where that's come from. Tony says, I didn't even know Discord existed before today. I've posted up in the boom a couple of times, but it tends to disappear off the front page straight away. And I could post it at the top, but there's other things up there. Yes, we are basically Norwegian in Orkney. Excellent. I had Amiga as well. Fox said floppy. In the USA, we have northern, southern, midwestern and west coast, but there are places like Boston which have their own accents. Wibble, says Mike Mountain. In the Midwest, near the south, but I have a northern accent. The Amstrad came with a speech synthesizer. Me and the kids used to enjoy making it swear. So did the BBC Model B, actually. We had one at school. BBC Model B was where Elite, the game Elite, first appeared. It was first on the BBC. Any recommendations for a Warhammer starter Warhammer model? For an easy one? They're all kind of easy. Depends what you want to do. I mean, the Imperial Knight is actually quite an easy kit to build, and apparently a very easy kit to paint, because there's only a few colours. But it's not cheap, so a starter one. If you want to do some figures, just any sort of little 5-man squad, because they're about 20 quid. Like Imperial Guard or Space Marines or something. What I would say is if you want to do a Warhammer kit, because you never know whether you want to do 40k or Age of Sigmar, just go into Warhammer store and look on the shelves and see what you think looks cool. Because they're all really nice to build, all really simple, they're not complicated at all. The instructions can miss a few things out here and there, and you'll see me trip over occasionally, that's because I'm inept. Nate Bliss says, if it looks cool and your wallet can be twisted into it, that's the one to go for, says Nate Bliss. Same with any model. If you're not sure, say you think, I want to try making a such and such model, but you don't know which one to go for, just go for the one that looks cool, and then go from that. But if you've never tried figure painting before, or you've never tried brush painting before, then Warhammer Games Workshop stuff is the way to go, because they are they're designed to be brush painted. They're moulded and sculpted in a way to be brush painted, because that's how a majority of people would paint these, or many people would when they're doing the tabletop gaming. So they are more exquisitely designed than most other kits. Fox joined us later this evening for a beer and a smoke and a chill out on the hangout, says Dave. I may well do, although I've got some stuff on tonight, so I'll see if I can. Tammy Norrie is a really loving Warhammer and wants me to get some. Oh, sorry, Tammy Norrie is really loving Warhammer. Tammy Norrie is Lynn's puffin. Yes, Tammy Norrie is right. And watching Fox build. Lol, says Lynn. Yeah, Tammy Norrie's got good judgment. Let's have a look. In pound an hour is good value then, Fox. With any model kit, like I say, the difference with Warhammer stuff, and this is where you need to be aware, is if you look at any other model manufacturer, like Revell, Airfix, Tamiya, whatever, if you compare a £30 kit to a £130 kit, you can expect the £30 kit to maybe have 2 or 3 sprues and be alright. You can expect the £130 kit to have like 20 sprues and have exquisite detail and maybe some photo etch and maybe some other parts. That's not how it works with Warhammer stuff at all, because Warhammer pricing is not based on what you actually get in the box in any way, shape or form, more or less. It's based on how the thing you're building is used in the game. So for example, I can buy, for example, let's think of a good example. My Space Wolf Storm Wolf, that flying ship I built with the I did in the diorama, that was about 40 quid, and it was a much more complex kit than this. And it's about as long as that iPad. It's not massively, it's not a big huge kit, but it's a beautiful kit and it's not complex. And that's about right for that kind of kit. It's about 40 quid. You think, yeah, it'd be all right. If that was a not Warhammer kit, it's about right. It's about a foot long and it's got loads of detail. It's brilliant. The Imperial Knight is a much simpler kit with less parts, and it's 80 quid. Why? Because when you play Warhammer, you have so many points. Most people play Warhammer, they play like a 500 point army, a 1,000 point army, or a 1,500 point army. You have so many points, and you can use those to assign different troops, and each troop unit has a different point value. So this might be 300 points, whereas a Stormwolf, the ship I built, might be 50 points. So in reality, the way Games Workshop work is, if you're fielding an army, they're going to charge you less for something you need to buy a lot of. So Imperial Guard grunt troops, you're going to need to buy several hundred of those so you can get them dirt cheap. Imperial Knights, you might only have 3 or 2 in your army, because you can't really have more than that because you won't have enough points. So they know they're not going to sell many of these to you, so they're going to charge you more. So the price argument is a weird one with Games Workshop, because you can get a much more complex kit for less money than a much more simple kit, because the much more simple kit is more valuable in the game. This can do a lot more damage and has more damage points and more health, and it's like an elite troop. So it's really weird. You kind of have to ignore the pricing a bit. It's not cheap and it's really weird, so just go for what looks cool. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's the same. It's the thing that gives rise to a 5-pack of Imperial Guard might cost you 20 quid. A 5-pack of, you know, hardcore Space Marines with all the extra kit and stuff might be exactly the same amount of plastic, but might cost you twice as much, because these take more points to use in game. They're more valuable in game than 5 grunt troops that will die in 10 minutes. You need to buy 1,000 of those, and you might only buy 5 of those. So that's kind of how it works. There's probably someone in chat that could explain that a lot better than I can, because I can't talk right now. Ghost Lyle says pineapple, jolly good. Guess it will go with this Sound of Music Marine model making guru. Let's have a look. I did, yes. I've forgotten. Oh yeah, jazz hands. I see what you mean. Yes. Yeah. I did. I'm not going to hear his away in the box, but I did one of the sergeants for one of the groups of Scions. He's got his arms spread out and he's like he's singing "The hills are alive" with the sound. It just, when you see, if you haven't seen it, when you see it on the street, you'll know why I've called him the Sound of Music. Space Marine. what else have we got going on? Mike said testicle lol. If you want to hear a real nice Orkney accent, look for the Orkney Gruffalo on YouTube. Cool. Soon to hear you, Scott, says Mike. Jazz hand, says John Bias. Where are we up to? Pineapple. Pineapple nom nom, says Lynn. Vasily the Rocker. Hey, Vasily. This was quite nice. The first time listening to someone while I assemble my own models. Can't wait for the next live stream. Every Sunday, 3 PM BST. I have an entire army to build. I may be doing this for several years. This may be something that goes on for a long, long time. I'm actually trying to restrict my Warhammer work to just the weekends. I don't really do much on Saturday, but if I do, I try to. So I'm really only going to get... I'm keeping the week free for all my other stuff. As best I can. Gross Model says worms. The pricing is based on start again. Spid says their pricing is based on the war to hammer ratio. Yes. I'm not interested in gaming then, so that might work in my favour, says Adster. Apart from they'll still charge you the same regardless. But yeah, it's kind of a weird pricing structure. But when you know why it is the way it is, it kind of makes sense. It's like the first time you play Fallout 3. If after playing first-person shooters for years and years, and suddenly you play Fallout 3 in 2008, and you're like, I just shot that guy in the head, how did it miss? And you realise, oh, it's because of dice rolls. It's an RPG, sort of. You're not just pulling the trigger and a bullet goes out. Same with them. You're not just paying for the plastic in the box. You are paying for how valuable that unit is on the table. It's weird because sometimes you can end up with a really, really nice kit costing a lot less than it should probably actually be. And sometimes you come out with a really simple big kit costing a lot more than you think. So, for example, the land speeder, the little land speeder thing. Let me grab it for you. Hang on. If I can grab it without it all falling off the stand and everything else. For example, this little fella here, who needs dusting. This little fella here gave me a good couple of weeks worth of build fun, that. It was one of my first Warhammers that I did. It's got loads of dudes in it. It's a beautiful little flyer. I did some custom decals on it, but I got a couple of weeks of fun out of that, just carefully building it and painting it and figuring out how to get all the dudes in there. That was a good, 10 or 12 days worth of fun, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. And it was 20 quid. And it's probably about the same number of parts as the Imperial Knight, just smaller. So, it does mean that you can come out with some really not too expensive kits. If that was, say, an Airfix kit or a Revell kit or something, it probably cost about the same. So, you've got 6 dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes. 6 dudes. You've got 6 dudes. A little shit. Nice crisp detail. And if it was somebody else making that kit, they'd probably charge about the same. So some of the prices come out quite nice. That was a good 7 to 10 days of work. Thoroughly enjoyed doing it. It gave me a great... and I thought, you know what, 20 odd quid, that's more than worth it. I've got 20 quid's worth out of that. So where is this thing? Yeah, it's 80 quid. And it's not really a complicated build, and it won't take long to paint. So, but it's just massive. So there you go. So you can get some... It can work in your favour sometimes. Just go for what looks cool. Let's have a look. Zatsa says, can it make sense? Higher value in game equals higher value in pounds. Oh my, this pilot for the Gundam is smaller than Chris, says Dave. Yes, it's a 1/100 scale. Your pilot is that big. And you get 2 sitting and the standing. Fox, can you say hey to my 6-year-old Connor Matthews? He's feeling a little sick, says Mickle Pickle. Hey, Connor Matthew. I hope you feel better, mate. I was feeling sick yesterday. And you know what? I just did a massive trump and it went away. So you never know. You might just do a big trump and you'll feel much better. But if not, I hope you feel better soon. Thank you for watching. You can't prove that till Telford, Chris. Giggle. Ah, feel better, Connor, says Chris. Yeah. You know what will make you feel better, Connor? Ice cream. Ice cream and snacks. Get Mickle Pickle to give you some ice cream and snacks. And chocolate. Sweets. No, don't. Take it easy, dude. Right, well, I think we're caught up with the chat. I think we're up to where we're up to. So I think we shall call it a show there. Feel better, Connor. Feel better soon, Connor. A few people saying feel better. Nothing worse than feeling ropey. Eat some bacon, have a fart. I feel better every time. Small human feel better, says Ghost Lyle. He didn't somehow say pineapple in that sentence. Right. But I think that will do us for a show. I think we'll call that a show. Because I need to go and... Well, I need to go have a shower now. I'm just moist in all the wrong places for all the wrong reasons. Brrr, it's not right. So, yes. So, thank you everyone who's been watching today. Thank you everyone who joined in the chat. And thank you so much to those guys who did a little super chat for me. I really, really appreciate that. You guys are just flipping awesome. I said flipping awesome. I really did say flipping on the eModels chat on the eModels stream on Monday. Yes, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the kind folks who did super chats. Don't forget, as always, if you weren't here earlier on, if you're new to my channel, I don't just do Warhammer. This is my weekend stuff. During the week, I'll do other things. I'm currently doing Warhammer during the week at the moment. That's an eModels build. I also do Gunpla and other things, sci-fi things as well. So do like and subscribe and click the notification button. All the usual gumph. If you've never been to there before, go along to the Boom Hut, facebook.com/groups/model Boom Hut. Best group in the world for model making. And don't forget, of course, if you'd like to, you can help support this channel on Patreon. There you go, patreon.com/model making guru. What else? Thank you to everyone who's joined me today. If you're not watching this live, don't worry. It's Sunday, every Sunday at 3 PM BST. I'll do the live stream. And if you can't make it live, don't worry. You can always catch up. This show will be available for watching in about an hour. I found with YouTube, anything over 2 hours, for the first maybe few hours or sometimes up to 24 hours, you don't get the full show. It clips off the first, say, half an hour, 45 minutes. So if you want to watch this not live, kind of wait till the next day, because then you'll have the full 2.5, 3 hours. If it just says 2 hours dead, then you've got stuff missing at the start. So there you go. I just don't know why it does that. It kind of renders, instead of rendering the whole show at low res and then saying, right, it's all at low res till it's finished rendering, it just renders like the last 2 hours. Why not start from the beginning? I don't know. It's really weird. Anyway, yes, but thank you to everyone who's watching. I love you all. Stay tuned for the next one. As I said, there is the latest eModels video is up in early access for patrons now, and it will be free to everybody else to watch on Friday. There is a video going up tomorrow where I will talk about these dudes, these beautiful metal. Can't find them all. Beautiful metal cassicans. I can't remember what they're called. Everybody hates me because I've got them now. That Tony from Helgen35 gave me about how I got all the paint off those. That's going up tomorrow for patrons early access, and then again it'll be next Monday for everybody else. If you're a patron, you get to watch all my videos a week in advance. So there you go. But I'm doing the waffling again, aren't I? It's time to go. It's time to go now. So I shall just say again once more, thank you so much. Do stay tuned for the next one of these on Sunday. Video going up tomorrow. Don't forget, of course, tomorrow as well, me, Ted and Chris on the eModels stream on the eModels YouTube channel. So join in that as well with lots of giveaways. And I shall see you next week. Let's just have a quick last look. Connor, get better. See, I'm pointing at you, Connor. Connor, get better. Go on. Start getting better now. Go on. Do it. Just start thinking. I am brilliant. I am fine. I do not feel poorly sick. And you still want ice cream. Go for ice cream every time. Ice cream cures everything. Either that or peanut butter and jelly. Yeah. Lynn Dipple says, catch you next weekend. Wait, I have to work. No! Well, you got to make it to this one. Thanks for the show. Thank Frankie Goes to Hollywood. I never said hi to Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Hey, Frankie. Nope, pineapple. It says Lynn. Pineapple, Warhammer pineapple. Everybody's saying pineapple now, and I don't get it. I'm missing something some way. Speedy Crate is going to go and sit to the laundry. It isn't going to sort itself. If you leave it long enough, it'll just walk itself into the washing machine. Bye, everybody says. Everybody's saying pineapple. I don't get it. Good night, says Lynn, because it's probably the middle of the night there. That's going to do us. So, again, one more last time. Thank you so much for watching. Go make something awesome. Go be awesome. And until next time, I've just got to cue this up. Until next time, adios, amoebas.